Hello, and not Will. Hi. Anyway, hello and welcome everybody out to Game of the Month discussion number 47. This month we are talking about the one and only classic Mega Man X2 or Rockman X2. I don't know why I said it like that. That's not even the way they say it on the title screen of the ones that do say it. Anyway, so yeah, this one is a very interesting game for me. I'm going to go ahead and take the lead here for how we got started playing this one. So this game came out late 1994 here in North America. I have a Japanese copy now, as you can see, because I had to sell my North American copy because bills. I still have my virtual console ROMs that I dumped to play the English version, so I'm still okay with it. But anyway, we rented this one a lot throughout 1995, 1996 before I got my N64. Beat it maybe once or twice back then, and then when I got the Mega Man X collection on GameCube, that's where I really got to dive into this game a lot more, play it a lot more, and then as I started streaming, I played through this game a lot more. And the first Mega Man X and this one are the two that I like to do Buster only runs of, because I played it too much. So it's going to be really fun after hearing your guys' experience with this game. But yeah, so I never really owned this one in on cartridge until about 2008 when I finally picked up my cart, when it was still somewhat reasonable. But yeah, I think I ended up selling it for about $200.
Wow.
Yeah, this game
I didn't
is
think that
ridiculous.
they were that expensive.
No, X2 and 3 are ridiculous.
Retro gaming, man.
Yeah, X2 and 3 are ridiculous. So you could get the Japanese copy for about $20. That's why I picked up this, because I still wanted to have a cassette of the game. For anyone that is familiar with the Japanese Famicom, Super Famicom games, they call them cassettes. Anyway, let one of you guys take it off here, and I'm going to screw around with Mega Man X2 while we discuss it this time, because I'm going on an ego trip, I guess.
Yeah, so from my side, we didn't own this one as kids, but we rented it several times from the local video store, a video update. Rip to mom and pop businesses of that nature. But we rented it a handful of times, like not a ton. Had fun with it. Never beat it as kids. In fact, like this for Game of the Month, this is the first time I've actually sat down and actually beaten it. Not done the lazy beat where you finish off the 8 Robot Masters and call it good. And
the full fat completion.
Yeah. I have thoughts, but we'll get into that.
There are thoughts to be had, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely got some thoughts.
Yeah, go ahead, Will. How'd you get into this one?
Yeah, so me with Mega Man, Mega Man has always been one of those franchises that I've never touched. I've always seen. And it was only until like 2015, maybe 2016 that I rented the Switch version of like a collection of all of the NES games. So I decided to give it a shot. And those were pretty cool. I really liked it. And I felt like I understood Mega Man. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So when this Game of the Month was happening, I was like, all right, let me try the Super Nintendo one, X2. I'll give it a shot. So it was my first time playing it, period, playing it at all.
Let's go.
So it was very, very, first time with Mega Man. And I never had a Super Nintendo growing up, so I never even had the chance to play it. So it's my first time. And like Wiz says, I've got a lot of things to say about it. A lot to say about it.
Hold up there. So I did this playthrough like it was the 90s blind without internet. Did you just at the start of the level jump up into a hidden alcove and increase your hearts?
Yeah, that's where the heart container is for this level.
I couldn't find that one in this level. I was getting so mad. That's so dumb. Okay. But,
that's what I'm talking about. This is the game. This is the game. It's like, how are you supposed to figure that out while you're playing it? How
you just stumble into something sometimes.
Yeah, like
exactly.
There was not even a visible alcove. I'm just supposed to throw my head against the wall until I find something. No visual indicator.
Yep, it's Metroid time. Metroid time. Gotta hit every wall.
If I wanted to play Metroid, I'd play Metroid.
That's
Oh my
called
gosh.
bad level design. You're supposed to have
Yeah.
some sort of indicator, some pattern that makes you say, "Let me try that."
Yeah, like when you have the blocks that are clearly for the buzzsaw, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I better hit those with the buzzsaw.
Yeah.
There's a secret here.
Yeah,
And
that
that's the
makes
thing,
sense.
like, this is like getting into, like I said, so I played Mega Man X a ton as a kid. I've got decades of experience with that, so I know where all the upgrades are. I know what to do. I don't need a walkthrough for that.
Yep.
This one, I didn't have any of that, so I'm just like coming in, and the only thing I remembered was like as a kid that this level you're playing was one that I knew I could beat as a kid. So I'm like, okay, this is probably where I ought to go first. This is probably the Chill Penguin version of the game, right?
Yep.
But
you start with SpongeBob.
Yeah, but
That's all I said. It's Kevin, right? Is that not Kevin?
Yep.
The cucumber?
it's
Yep.
but
So is.
I like. So I'm sorry, I don't catch that reference. I didn't watch SpongeBob.
You don't watch
the-
SpongeBob?
His laugh was like an ice pick in my ear. I couldn't tolerate it.
SpongeBob is so good.
No, I couldn't handle his laugh. I really couldn't.
Wow.
I'm doing really badly.
Yeah, it's. Anyways, this game for two things. Like one, like just the difficulty in general. And again, granted that I don't have decades of experience in this game like I do in Mega Man X1, this feels so much harder than X1. And I'm not sure if it's because it is actually harder or if it's because I haven't put 100 hours into it. But then the other piece
It
of
is
it
harder. It is harder.
The other piece of it is that the upgrades and stuff, like it's wild. One, just trying to find them, but then there's other areas where you see it and it's obvious that that's a thing, but you just look at it and you're like, how the crap do I reach that? You know, like the Crystal Snail
That's
Cave.
not possible.
Crystal Snail Cave, I did go backwards and I found that hidden alcove, but I'm like, I can't fly that far. How do I reach this? You know?
Oh,
Yeah,
that one
that was
is
fun.
That's the one that's still the troll out of all the upgrades in like most of the franchise. It's amazing.
That was
Okay.
the first one I found. I was experimenting.
I think
being
that
like,
that might have
something's
been the
going on
first.
here.
You know, because I saw the energy tank, you know, well, actually, the energy tank one I remembered from a kid. That was like the literal one thing I remembered finding.
I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could do that. What
You
was
used
that?
him as
What
an
did you get?
elevator.
Energy
You used
tank.
him as an elevator instead of crashing him in at the start.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
So that's the thing is
What-
like that was another one where like I saw that gap coming up the level. I'm like, okay, there's clearly an alt path I missed, you know?
Oh my god!
And then you have the
Sorry.
easy timing for the lava because you
Yeah.
came in that alt path. Okay.
Well,
I
it's the
just wanna
same height
say-
of climbing the lava.
That beetle thing was an enemy, so that tells you
Yeah.
do not touch the enemy because the enemy will hurt you. But you jumped onto it.
He's got a flat back, man. Like, yeah.
Yep, he's got a platform on there. No, see, the thing that screwed me up as a kid with X2 is there's a jump right here coming up in this part. And you have to do an actual, like, dash jump to get up. And I didn't know that was a thing. It's right here, I think, because, like, you can't make that with a normal jump.
Yeah.
And so you got to do the dash jump, or... No, that wasn't it. There's
I-
one of these jumps
I
where
think-
you actually have to, like, do a wall dash jump. And I didn't know that was a thing. I don't remember which one it was. And so
That
you
was
can't
with
cl-
me too.
You
The-
can't climb
this
it until
game-
you do that. And that's one of the things that tricked me out as a kid.
I have to say, this game had a number of areas where like it wanted you doing wall dash jumps and like punished you if you didn't.
Uh-huh.
Like a number of those vertical climbs, like later, especially the Wily level where you have 4 of the collapsing
Sigma.
walls.
Sigma. We're
Sigma,
playing X.
sorry.
We're playing X here.
Sorry,
Sigma.
Sigma. But
Sigma.
same difference. Anyways,
Technically, Dr. Wily is supposed
he's
to have
in
been
this
in this
game.
game.
Yeah. But
Ooh, you got
anyways,
me.
it's like this game,
got
like
me
if
again.
your wall jumps are not on point, you will get destroyed.
Yep.
But yeah, this flame stack fight is very much Sigma 1 from Mega Man X1.
Yeah, the wall
Just
dashing.
do the
yeah,
wall, peg him.
it's
Oh,
like
he's gonna get me right now. This is not
Yeah,
good.
this ain't looking too good.
Yeah, I'm embarrassing myself. It's all good.
he's spending too much brain power talking.
It's all good.
So I will
I
say-
almost got out of there. I'm
pla-
so dead.
Yeah, you're dead. You're gone.
He can save it. He can save it.
Unless.
Oh nope, he did it again.
Ah.
He doesn't do that. He doesn't do the
Your-
upward
your
wall
wall
dash like
dash-
ever. And he
makes me
did
feel
it
better
every
about
single
myself.
time on this one. So like, yeah, embarrassment on my part. He never does those. Like, it's very rare that he does those.
Yeah, so I mean, this like, Will, did you play X1 at any point? Like, have you given that one a try?
Didn't play
This
X1, haven't played any of them, so I don't
Okay.
know. I'm gonna take your word. I don't think that
Like,
any
this
other
game just
game could be
feels
this
so
hard.
much harder than X1 does.
I will say, remember I played the Switch, like the NES ones.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being
Dude.
so hard, because then I wouldn't have liked it. I would have been like, oh my god, Mega Man is like the hardest thing ever.
Mega Man
But I
is
like
like
the
the
NES
hardest thing
ones.
ever
Well,
for the time
Mega
period.
is.
Yeah.
The Mega Man series is hard. Like, it's a classic series that's hard, but like accessible enough that like with practice you get through it. You know, it's not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I mean, like most hard games are like that, but it's not hard in the same way as like
Dude.
Ghosts and Goblins or Battletoads, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's,
I mean, Battletoads is just memorization too. Ghosts and Goblins is just the obscene
Ooh.
one.
Got it.
But
Yeah.
no, that's the thing. Like, Mega Man X1 did a lot to like teach you how to play the new franchise, because I mean, Mega Man had run its course by that point when X1 came out. Like, everyone was pretty burned out on classic mainline Mega Man. Like, going back reading forum posts and other things, it's like, oh boy, here's another Mega Man. And so it's like X really revitalized the franchise before running itself into the ground.
Yep.
Actually, I've got two things to say. One is that I played this on stream, so you could actually see me descend my mentality, just descending. I played it on like
Into
6 or
madness.
7, yeah, like 6 or 7 sessions, each of which is like an hour, maybe an hour and a half long.
Oh, that's
So I'm just
beautiful.
going crazy.
Beautiful.
And then the other thing I want to say is, did we explain why you're playing this right now, or did we just jump in with
We just jumped
you
in.
playing this?
No, I
Yeah.
said it was an ego trip earlier. I did
Well,
say that.
Look, I didn't challenge you because I said I've watched you do a Buster only run of this game. I know you can do this. You know,
Well, no,
I'm
it was just
saying
it
that-
just sounded fun. Just
I'm
sounded
just
fun to have
saying
some
that
gameplay for a change.
this game I think is objectively more difficult than X1. And it's
It
like
is.
you've put the hours in and you have the knowledge. Like, no one's questioning your gamer skill.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying they are. I'm just
So
doing it just because it sounded
This level
fun.
was the other one that I remembered. So the
Oh, messed that up.
actually rephrase.
Back to the ground.
This one and Wire Sponge are the ones that I know as a kid I beat. And
This
I
one's
remember
actually
we
pretty
could-
cool.
We could get to Overdrive Ostrich as kids, but we always struggled with him. And then I don't remember the other levels, so I'm like, that must have been our ability as children, you know, those 3 levels, and then after that we just sucked.
So
Bungie-
you need to take into account that the difficulty for X2 is a bit harder than X1, definitely. I'm shooting him in the wrong spot.
Yeah, you gotta hit that chest plate.
Yeah, I was distracted.
Uh-oh.
But so X2 adds in a lot more mid-level stuff like this. It added in the X Hunters.
Yep.
The bosses are a bit more dynamic to a degree. Not very much so, but they are difficult. They hit a bit harder. So the thing about it is that it's not fake difficulty, which is what I appreciate. That's why I don't like X3 as much. Like, for X3 to increase their difficulty, all they did was make everything hurt you like 10 times harder than every other X game. So, not a big fan of that. So, it's like, out of the entire franchise, I still think that Mega Man X2 is objectively the best game in the series. And so,
Really?
it is a bit harder, but it is really good. Like, this is seriously like the best game in the franchise.
Okay,
Not my favorite,
here's
but the best.
the next thing I want to ask about. So this is opening for you. There were multiple points in the game where I found these doors like this. This one specifically I found, and it was locked, and I couldn't get in. And I was like, what am I missing? Why can't I open this door?
It's
And it's
when
very weird in a Mega Man game to find an alcove where, and especially an X game, where obviously some upgrade or reward should be waiting, and it's sealed off.
Yep, it's for the X Hunter fights. There's a secret boss room in every stage for if the X Hunter is at that stage. So this is Agile. And
Yeah,
so
I
it's
think
how
I
you
found-
unlock the man.
You need that cutscene first, right? Where they're like, "We're here and we're gonna go into
Yeah,
stages
so
now."
they're
Yeah,
saying
but do they move around the map?
they move after every stage, yes.
Okay, because
Every
I
game
swear
over, every stage.
I found like 4 of these and never encountered them while I was playing. It wasn't until I got to the Sigma stages that I fought them.
Yeah, so this is how you get Zero's parts to get the best ending. So, I mean, that's another thing that X2 did that was really cool. It gave you alternate endings, essentially. So, if you don't get all of Zero's parts, you have to fight him before fighting Sigma. It's an extra
Yep.
boss fight, which is actually a really fun fight. Very difficult
very
fight
hard
the
fight.
first time you play
Yeah,
it.
it's very hard.
But if you kill all the X Hunters in the levels, you get all of Zero's parts, and you don't have to do that fight. So it gives you the good ending, quote unquote.
But I'm gonna guess that if you have all of the parts, then like you're super powered somehow, right?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
But
It's just
I've,
one less fight.
It's just one
I've
less
seen
fight.
videos where you get all the parts and you like see Mega Man he looks different.
Well, that's
right?
getting the upgrades in
Yeah.
the stages, the armor upgrades itself.
Oh.
In X3, if you play that game a certain way, you actually get the Z Saber from Zero, which is completely
That's pretty
overpowered
cool.
and ridiculous. So one of the cool things about the Mega Man X franchise, for the first 2 at least, and I wish they had kept it going, if you have every single upgrade and every upgrade, you can unlock a special bonus power-up that is based on Ryu's moveset from Street Fighter.
Oh, the
What?
Shoryuken
Is
and
it-
stuff.
I thought-
So you
isn't
get the Hadouken in
Shoryuken
the first one, you
Ken's?
get the Shoryuken in this one.
Oh, sorry.
Shoryuken is right.
No,
Ryu and
Hadouken
Ken
is
have.
what you get in the first one.
Yeah, this one's the Shoryuken.
And
no,
isn't that
yeah.
Ken's move?
Well, Ken and Ryu have the same moveset.
Oh, yeah. In lore, though, I thought that like it was his signature move, but maybe I'm getting my Street Fighter lore wrong.
I mean, they had the same master, so you can't
Yeah.
really say one way or another, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
don't know much
associate it with
about
both of
Street
them because they
Fighter.
both have the same master. Oh, didn't skip that guy. There's actually some really cool additional details in X2, and I'm gonna do one right now just because it's fun to see. But this is what I was talking about with the bosses being more dynamic. So Morphmoth here starts off in his cocoon form,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and depending on what you do, so one, there's just way cooler animations. Like
Yep.
that's just sick.
Lighting him on fire was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, Chill Penguin caught on fire with Flame Mammoth stuff too, so it's like
Yeah.
it's not new, but like it's still really cool. But so he does that move, and you can see his sprite is actually getting bigger.
Yep.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And so he will eventually hatch out of the cocoon if you don't force him to on his own. Just
Yeah,
means
so
you have to
you'll
fight
hatch
his
when you
other
get him to
form a little
certain
bit.
Hit point level.
Yeah, he's gonna have more HP during that part of the fight instead, but it's still like there's some really cool attention to detail stuff in this game.
Yeah, I didn't notice that at all. That's really cool.
Yeah, so
This fight, I just want to say that if you do not know about the dash wall jump,
Yep.
beating
It's-
him is nearly impossible because I tried over
Because
and
that's
over
spitting.
again. And I was like, I can't jump over him. So eventually I went to a YouTube video
yeah.
and the guy just jumps over him. And I'm like, how did he jump over him? Like, what am I doing? So then I'm like, okay, let me try this. And sure enough,
Oh.
that's how you jump over him.
Yeah, now he's too big to jump over though. That's the problem.
Burn him.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that
Burn
didn't
the
look good.
countryside. Front up.
But
But
that's the other thing too. So like in Mega Man X1, wall dash jumps involved you having to press the jump and the dash button at the same time, making it a lot harder to pull off. They simplified that with X2 where it's just automatic.
oh wait, you just push the dash button.
You just
on
hold the
wall?
dash button and it'll do it automatically.
I was playing this like a chump. I was doing it X1 style, pushing both buttons at the same time.
Wait a minute. Did you just heal? How did you heal?
Your
He's got an
E-tanks.
energy tank.
Yeah, I didn't want
He
to.
picked
it
I
up
didn't
in
want to
the
lose this
wire
fight
sponge
for
level.
screwing around with it.
See, I didn't even know that I couldn't heal
Yeah,
myself
so-
with anything.
Yeah, so the tanks you pick up,
Ow.
if you're at full health and then you run over health, it puts that excess into the tank, and you can use that in levels.
I had no idea that was a thing.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, you were definitely playing this game on hard mode then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Again, I'm playing the game and I'm like, I'm missing stuff. I'm missing stuff. What am I missing?
See, that's why.
Yeah.
See, X2 is still like No, not really. It's why X1 was like a good it's a good progression from X1 to X2. Like, it still doesn't explain things as well because you really need the instruction booklets from back in the day to like get the finer details of the mechanics because that's just how games were, you know. But
I
you can see right here on the map screen, you'll see them warp out and warp in on different levels right now. So
I noticed that, yeah.
So you'll see them warp out, and it should go to Wheelgator. There we go. So there we go. There's Violin. I hate that guy.
I absolutely ignored those animations. Like, I saw, I was like, people are beaming up and down. I don't care.
But yeah, so you'll actually lose the opportunity to fight them as you clear levels because, like, if I hadn't beat Agile there, he wouldn't show up again.
No, so that was something I noticed.
Okay,
I noticed them
that adds better explanation because when you said they move around, I'm like, the mathematical probability that I would find 4 of those doors and have 0 fights in 8 levels is insane. But I'm like, no, I must.
That is weird.
All right,
honestly,
so
I must have locked some of them off. But yeah, there's above you. There's something, and
oh
my goodness, that's how.
I got it, but then I fell.
Know what this power did.
I just want to say, Mega Man 2 is giving you like 2 pixels to get that right. Like, they're like, come on. Give me
actually,
5 pixels.
The thing about the Mega Man X games on Super Nintendo, you can actually grip walls.
Yeah.
About not half a sprite, like about that line on his ankles, you can go down below the wall and grab it.
Yeah.
So you can actually get up here without the wire sponge upgrade. It just makes things considerably easier. This was one of my least favorite retro achievements for this run, is getting up here and getting this upgrade without wire sponge. It took forever.
Yep. So, what was I gonna say? Oh, the other thing I have to say with this game too, and I don't know, your opinion. You're doing a Buster only playthrough right now.
I'm not. I was using his weakness weapon.
The weapons that you get from the Robot Masters in this game don't really feel like as meaningful or useful. At least maybe I just don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing with them as X1, you know? Like, you traverse a lot of levels using, the Ice Shotgun or Sting Chameleon in one.
I mean,
or
I didn't.
I mean, no, you with your crazy Buster only runs, but like, the thing too, just like so many of these weapons just kind of felt off,
Oh,
like
I was too low.
The like the gator wheel, it just
that one's useless.
Flops in front of you and then rolls along. It takes forever before you can fire another one. So if you miss with that first shot, you're just kind of hosed.
Yeah. So what do I do with this?
Oh man, went low again.
This they want you to get hit. Like, you did it a crazy way, but the way I saw it, they want you to get hit by this guy and then have iframes to jump off of the spikes.
No, dude. Heck no.
No, I think it's the dash like he was doing.
Yeah, you got to use the power-up
dash. That's really hard. I had to use the iframes.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the dash, like, I guess having played X1, I was like, that, for me, looked like a clear air dash section.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I didn't realize, the flame stag charge. But, yeah, I don't know. It's like, I wasn't using the weapons as much in this game. Like, I was trying them out, and just, like, so much of it, like, they didn't really feel great for getting through the levels themselves.
All right, so Violin is the worst part about this game.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
That guy mega sucks. He's the one guy that I ran into in the levels. I think I beat him, though.
Yeah, you could get a good pattern on him sometimes where he'll jump up here and you can just nail him to the wall.
On this guy is awful.
Yeah, it's really bad. But he has 2 ways of using his little thing. Ow. So he'll do a predictable one where it goes out in different positions, and then the other one is where it bounces around. And so it's like you could try to predict it pretty easily. And on this version of the fight, it's actually not too difficult to predict where it's going. It's on the
those platforms that'll
it's on the Sigma stage where he has the platforms that make it ricochet around way more.
Oh my god.
And in ways that just don't even make sense.
Yeah, it does not make sense, and so it's really hard. He's the only part that I still consider to be hard about this game from my playthroughs.
Yeah, I
Um,
think I beat him by cheesing him. I just got lucky and just
you
started
can
shooting him.
you can cheese him to a degree.
Yeah.
I hate those guys. But that's the thing. Like you're saying, you go through and use the weapons throughout the stages. Like I've never played a Mega Man game where I actually use the weapons throughout the stages. I always use them for the bosses only. Like that's just
I
how
would
I've always
agree with
played Mega
that.
Man.
I
Because I
like
don't want to use up all my weapons before getting to
Yeah.
the boss. So I'd always save them.
See, you just don't use the weapon that's good for the boss, but the other ones, those are free game. Use them to clear out obnoxious enemies, you know?
But
Well,
I
my
don't know
charge
I
shot
don't
takes care of those
like-
just as fast.
Like, I don't know, X1, dropping Storm Eagle blasts as you're running through the stage just to annihilate everything in front of you.
This
it
is the
was my
easiest boss
first
fight in the game.
playthrough.
I did
I
not
don't-
know that
I don't know
strat
what
about
they're-
standing right in his face while he shoots those over your
Yep,
head.
they go right over your head and then they don't touch
I was
you.
doing this way harder, where I'm like, yeah, wall jumping, then waiting for him to pop out, blast him, and then I was running before, he could hit me.
Yep. So
Yeah, I don't know what their weaknesses are, so I don't know the ones that I can use. So I just have to experiment when I finally fight them. Because
Well, yeah,
what's weak against the crocodile? What's
it's
weak
strike
against?
chain actually.
Well, yeah.
And
hold
how am
on,
I supposed to
see,
know that?
Let's talk too about how this was very not intuitive. Like X1 is not perfect, but there's a certain level of like Pokemon style logic you could follow. It's like, hey, you get fire. We should use that on the plant guy, right? Nope. That doesn't mean
Yeah.
nothing. It's like,
Yeah, the
okay,
NES
why?
is like Fireman. You beat him with like ice or something, and it's like that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I
Like-
mean not all Mega Man games make sense like that though. Like that's not an
No,
issue
not all
specific
of
to
them,
X2.
right? Especially when you get to some of the later ones, they got really crazy ones. It's
Yeah.
like, of course, that's
What am I
Crash
supposed to do with a
Bandicoot.
yo-yo?
Yeah, it's like
the top.
I-
I mean, sorry. What am I
Yeah.
supposed to do with the
It's
top?
like, okay, who's Baseball Man good against? It's,
Yeah, exactly. No,
that's Mega Man
so
10. But
just a quick note on that level, though. I actually think it's easier to beat Buster only than using Strike Chain. So there's a way to stun lock him with Strike Chain if you got the timing right, where you could just insta kill him, like really really easy. I can never get that timing right. So I'd always hit him like once, and then he goes down. And I have to wait for him to do his whole thing, which is really annoying. So for me, that fight is just so much easier Buster only, just
like,
because
you
you're
can't
able just to
stun lock
annihilate him.
a Robot Master. I thought you were good at this game.
I never
Yeah,
claimed to
get
be good at
good,
this
man.
game.
Come
I only
on.
claimed to be good at 2 games.
What is this?
Only ever claimed to be good at 2 games: Mega Man X1 and Rogue Squadron.
Yep.
Those are the only 2 games I claim to be good at.
But
Ostrich Man was the first one that I beat. I think
so
that
yeah,
I
like this. Talking about visual indicators. This was the one where I'm like, okay, that's clearly the buzzsaw.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's really funny that this is the first level you beat, though, because I felt like this was the hardest boss fight in the entire game for me growing up.
Boss fight was difficult, but the level itself was very short. And once you kind of figure I had to beat the level and I could get to a boss, I was like, all right, let me just keep, hacking away. I'll beat him eventually.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So-
you figure out his pattern and whatnot. And
I'm not
but yeah,
getting any.
he was not that fun.
I don't have hardware lag enabled at the moment.
Oh my god, look at this guy jumping.
Yeah, he's
I was gonna say, yeah, I
That's
found
his
this.
attack.
I found the door, but it was locked, so I didn't get this fight. This is different than the Sigma fight.
yeah, he's very different in the Sigma stage.
Yeah, this is an entirely different fight.
Yeah, I'm not doing very good at it right now.
Fight ever.
He's weak against Bubble Crab. Well, not really Bubble Crab. I think he's actually weak against Silk Shot still, like the Sigma fight, but
Kind of looks like Dr. Giro, doesn't he?
he does.
Right.
This is actually
Yeah,
supposed
but
to be Dr. Wily.
Dr. Wily, yeah.
They originally
is
intended
Wily?
this to be Dr. Wily.
Oh.
He put himself into a Reploid body.
He's really good at backflips.
And he really is good at them because not only is he backflipping, he's going forward while he does it.
Yep.
It's a forward backflip.
This is the
Right?
weirdest.
That's a no joke maneuver.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
And then look, it's
I
like
was
a
like-
bullet hell.
His,
like you
his
gotta
platform is
stay
doing
right in
more
the
damage
pocket.
to you than anything else on the stage.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not doing very good at this. You can make it so he never places these mines, but again, my timing is way off right now, so I'm gonna have to waste this.
And got him.
But what's funny, when he throws off his cloak, then the fight begins. If you don't move forward, it'll actually damage you. Just the disrespect he gives you, it's amazing.
That's cool.
But yeah, so while they were designing the game, he was supposed to be Dr. Wily. But they canceled that during development. They didn't want to waste time exploring that in the limited story segments that they have.
Huh.
And so Dr. Wily, like, is obviously an influence in this franchise because Dr. Light is the one who created X. And so Dr. Wily is definitely a thing. And so in X4, they finally explained that Zero was created by Dr. Wily.
Yeah, I was to say that Wily created Zero.
And so they finally added that subplot in with X4, which was really cool.
Call shenanigans on that, just because I'm like, Wily never made anything cool his entire life, and then he somehow busts out Zero.
I screwed up on the heart tank. Nice.
That was really cool. That was a good jump getting it up there.
But you get to keep it, I think, right?
You keep it. You get to keep it. It's just I didn't get to live through it, so
yeah,
I lose out on cool points for this playthrough. It's already a it's already a death playthrough, so who cares? One of the retro achievements is to beat this without getting a death, so done that. Yeah. Been there, done that.
Good luck. The whole game without a death?
Yeah, been there, done that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so this was the first upgrade that I got.
This is a good one. See, that's the thing, like a lot of the upgrades of X2, they were super fun in the fact that they really built upon what X1 had done. So X1, you didn't start with a dash, you got a dash as your foot upgrade. X2 starts you with a dash, so they give you an air dash instead. And it's like, that's sick. The charge shot in this game is the best in the franchise. So you got your normal charge shot right there, which hits somebody.
And then the second one.
And then you follow it up with this one, and it doesn't take iframes into account. It just plows through them. And that's why you can kill bosses with it so fast, because there's just no iframes.
I didn't get a single upgrade. Not one. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh man, you did a zero mode challenge? Let's go.
Your body.
Dude, the zero mode challenge on this game was rough.
I did it. It came to the end where I was just like, put it on. I was playing it on like the Switch Legacy, whatever, and there's like an easy mode where I was just like,
oh, you're doing the Rookie Hunter mode? Nice.
At the very end, I was just like, I don't want to have to do this, but I did it. And if I didn't do that, I never would have beaten it. Never.
Hey, I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, that's one of the things I love. Like, the accessibility is great. Like,
yeah.
I don't think that every game needs to be incredibly brutally hard. Like, people are like, oh man, Dark Souls, yeah, it's so hard. It's like, okay, but all that does is stop people from experiencing it. Like, what harm is there in difficulty options? It doesn't affect your playthrough of it. It just means that more people get to experience it and enjoy the story. But see, this is what I was talking about again. You could just light these bosses up with this charge shot, and it's just nothing else like it in the series. And I miss it so much.
It's like, how many kids got this game and just like their minds just like couldn't understand and beat it? Like I think a kid beating a single boss would be like the greatest thing for them, let alone the whole game, you know?
And I mean, that's
a different time though.
For us, yeah. So I mean, for us, like I was able to do 3 bosses in this game. The wire sponge, the flame moth, and the ostrich. And I know those are the only 3 I beat because they're the only 3 I remembered when I played this month, you know? I didn't remember anybody else, so I'm like, all right, these are the only ones that I know I beat.
Yeah.
But, like, for us, it was a rental, you know, and you would rent it on Friday, and it'd be due back on Monday morning, so you'd drop it off Sunday night. So we had a very limited time. Plus, we had, you know, a game time limit, you know. Before screen time was a term in our society.
Right.
It's like, we only got to play 2-hour chunks, you know? So it's like, however far you got in 2 hours was how far you got in the game.
Yep.
But, like, to own it and be able to play it over and over again, because that's the other thing. Like, we have an abundance of games nowadays. We have backlogs. Like, backlogs aren't a thing you had in the 90s. You got a game, and if it sucked, too bad, so sad. That's what you got to play for the next few months. Cause
you played through it regardless. Like, that's the thing. Like, I honestly kind of miss that, to be honest.
Like, games came at Christmas and birthdays, and anything else was rentals or borrowing from a friend, right?
Yep.
And like, as far as figuring out, it's like you figured it out by throwing your head against the wall and talking with kids at school on the playground about it, you know?
Yeah, and then when you got old enough to finally start having your own money, it was just a very different experience because it's like I started getting my own money during Xbox, GameCube, PS2 days, and it's like, oh man, I have a crap ton of games for Xbox, GameCube, PS2. What the heck? Versus like the 6 or 7 we had on Super Nintendo, like the 8 we had on N64. So it's just, again, just a very different time. And now
Yeah,
a lot of parents are into games, so you know they're buying games. Their kids are playing those same games that their parents are buying, and so there's just a lot more. And it's like, John last night came up to me. He's like, "Dad, do you have a recommendation on a game I should play?" Because he's just like going through gaming ADD at the moment. So he's just
Yeah.
you cannot make this jump.
I cannot make
No,
this
it's-
jump right now. I made it right there, but I didn't do another jump to
Yeah.
You gotta
wall up.
mash
There we
that.
go.
Yep.
I
This
just-
one was obnoxious.
Yeah, I was just messing up. But it's like we didn't have that problem back then because it's like, all right, we only got this many games, so just pick which one doesn't sound awful. So I mean, well, I played Lion King a lot.
Yeah, the rented games were always the best games because you got a taste of it and then it was gone forever and you were just like had that very beginning like
Dude, I
oh, that game
loved
exists.
renting games, man. I miss that so much.
That's why, like, Mario RPG, I know the start of that game crazy well. The late game, I always have to be like, wait, what's the strat on this boss again?
No, that's
I
probably
mean,
why
Mario
I don't
RPG is
enjoy
just
RPGs as
great.
much, because like I would rent them and like get nowhere on them and be like, all right, I have
Yeah.
no idea what's going on.
See, now, is there something up there to the left?
It's the exit
What?
of one of the X Hunter fights.
Okay. Because, yeah, again, that one was another one that perplexed me. I was like, why is there a branching path here?
Yeah, it's an exit because you can
Okay.
jump up to the top where the fish goes to dock, and there'll be an X Hunter fight stage there.
How about this? Whenever you're like an enemy, a baddie comes, you defeat it, and then if you go off screen a little bit and come back, that baddie has respawned right back in.
That's
That joke be crazy.
that's Mega
Which-
Man in a nutshell, though. That's
that's
NES
Mega Man.
everywhere. Yeah, that's
And
everything.
honestly, that's a lot of like NES and Super Nintendo games.
Yeah, that's
you
a lot
know,
of old
like,
games
you-
in general.
you just-
RAM
you hit
limitations.
the spawn point, spawn them.
Yeah.
A lot, but not all of them. Not all of them.
Not all of them. Here's the other thing though, is that in Mega Man that actually can
Oh,
be
gosh.
a blessing
Yeah.
if you had known about the E-Tank, because sometimes so Ice used his earlier, and if he knows he's going into a rough fight, he might want to farm health for that E-Tank. Or, so it's like there are points in the game where you find a spot and you start doing the back fourths
Yep.
because you want to farm.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is another fight where I prefer to play it Buster only because of the fact that the saw is super useless, like you guys mentioned earlier.
Yeah, it's so awful.
It's super slow, so I enjoy fighting in Buster only, but I'm almost 40 now, so my hand hates that, what I just did. My hand really hates what I just did. Oh, man. But
Another thing, you use the like your special power, whatever's weak against them. If you die in that boss fight and you've used up a lot of that special,
Yep.
you're not getting any of that special back. Good luck.
Yep.
You know?
that's pretty typical stuff, definitely.
While I was playing this on stream, I think the thing that I said the most was Mega Man X demands perfection. If you are not perfect, you are not beating it, you are not winning. It's like you have got to be on it.
It's actually a lot more forgiving than a lot of games, though, to be honest.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
I would not agree with that.
Well, I mean, you've seen me. I'm just taking damage from the bosses like crazy. Like, I'm just letting them hit me. I'm not dodging a lot when absolutely
Dude, and
necessary.
What's up with this fish?
It's just a mid. It's just
he's a submarine.
Yeah, it's just a stage
Yeah.
feature.
Are you
Yeah.
supposed to beat him or
No, he's just there. You can beat him. You can make him look really bad.
Yeah. He
Mess up his
has
face.
weak points on him, so like some parts of him are impervious to damage, and then others you can blast to make him fall apart. They had a similar enemy in the first game.
So the thing about it,
look at that.
I don't have slowdown enabled right now. So on real hardware, that fish would actually slow down the
yeah.
game.
Oh yeah, the Super Nintendo would start chugging,
Uh-huh.
which is always
Dang
how
it,
you
not
knew
that.
something cool was happening.
Yeah.
Messed up on
Yeah, I
that.
think the version I played had that, so it was authentic. Oh yeah, look at this. I didn't know that was up there.
Yeah, this is one of the cool things. Got to do a dash though. What the heck? Game, please.
Yeah, I think
There we go.
I was
if
like,
I
welcome to
played
Jumping
this,
Simulator.
if I
There
played
you
this
go.
as a kid, I think I would have a love-hate relationship with it. It looks cool, it sounds cool, the concept is cool, but just so hard.
See, that's the thing to me. If a game is good, like if it's truly a good game, I don't care how hard it is. Like I'll get frustrated with it, but I want to get in there and finish it. I want to beat it. I want to complete it. And that's what the Mega Man X franchise was to me. And to a degree, Super Star Wars can be a bit cheaper. But it's if you're doing cheap crap to kill the player, if you're doing arcade stuff to steal people's quarters, you know, that's where it pissed me off. Like those are the games I don't enjoy. And so
Like Lion King.
Lion King's just bad. Okay, I love
Yeah.
Lion King. It's just bad. Okay,
Yeah.
like I'm
Well,
not going to say it's a great game. It's a game I
love
can
bringing
beat.
up Lion King.
It's a
No, I
game
know.
I could beat in about an hour. It's not a hard
Yeah,
game
no.
to me.
Ice-
It's just not a good game. It's
Yeah,
got some
Ice
really
can-
crap stuff.
Yeah, if anyone who's been around on his channel long enough, you've seen him spank that game sideways several times. But okay, I want to see this because this is the one I didn't figure out.
You fly and then you dash.
Oh, man.
I think it's like dash too.
Yeah, so if you keep pressing jump, you go higher. So like a lot of people
Yeah,
will hold it and
but
you
you-
run out
you
of
did-
thrust.
You did.
You
the
run out of
air
thrust.
dash. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't have that upgrade when I did this level.
Well, I just did a dash jump. I didn't do the sideways dash.
Okay.
That was
But
the
no,
one
there's
and
actually
only
a really
part I
cool
got
there's a really
legitimately.
cool there's a really cool secret you could do with the right armor in this level that I didn't find out until I did the retro achievement run.
I really love that thing. That thing's really fun.
Yeah, I love the right armor, but on this part right here. So, let's kill this guy because
Wait
he
a
sucks.
minute. Are you taking the right armor with you?
Yep. You could take the right
I
armor
figured
with
this
you.
out too because I was stuck there. I was like, there's got to be a way to break these things.
No way.
So watch.
Yeah,
Kill that
and you
guy
get the
real quick.
1-up and stuff.
Oh.
I didn't know you could bring it all the way up here. That's new.
Yeah, because I came
Oh.
for the 1-up. I didn't.
I'm not doing it.
I don't know if you can. I think you got to break another one.
I think no, I have to have it there, otherwise I can't get up. Dang it, no, pressed up. Jumped out. Dang it.
Don't see
There we
this.
go.
Oh,
That's wild, man.
Yeah, so this
Yeah.
boss fight, this is where like
Oh,
the saw
is
this is where the saw is like actually good, but it's not as good as the right armor.
no, you just completely wrecked him.
But
Wait a
you can't
minute.
bring it further than that.
I was gonna say, did they?
Disrespected his entire family.
I was gonna say, did they intend for you to be able to do that? Because I don't think that they.
I don't think
intended
so.
that.
I don't think that was intended, but you
Yeah, I
can
don't think so.
because it's not a hard fight. You just drop 2 saws on it and it kills it pretty much just a little slightly
See, and
slower.
it did not occur to me to use the saw, so I was fighting that thing with the buster and not.
Oh
having a
man,
good
yeah,
time.
the Buster only
Me
fight with that
too.
is lame.
I was doing like the bullet hell while trying to shoot it.
Yeah.
So the helmet upgrade in this game I actually thought was pretty cool because it shows you the secrets, and that's how you're supposed to find the heart upgrade in Wire Sponge. It shows you the secret entrances. So I meant to say something about it earlier when you're saying there was no clue, no hints to it, and it's like you have a literal upgrade that
If you
tells you
get
that.
Find that one.
Yeah,
If you
that
get it,
tells
yeah.
you where to. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Let's screw myself over.
Ooh.
This
All
is
right,
what happens of not killing all the enemies on the screen.
but
if
it
it
also
moves,
goes
it
in to show you
dies.
that it's not unforgiving.
Here.
Like if this was Ghosts and Goblins, like all right, that's like 12
Oh no,
deaths right
Ghosts and
there.
Goblins.
That's
Ghosts
12
and
deaths
Goblins
right there.
demands perfection.
Yeah, so this game is very forgiving, all things considered. But since you
Yeah.
guys, oh, I don't have it. Dang it. No, never mind. I didn't do Magnus Centipede first this time.
For the cool kill.
Yeah. You can knock him out of his shell, and then you could dash into his shell to keep him from getting back in it.
That's how you do it, man. I knocked him out of his shell and didn't know what to do. I was just blasting him while he wasn't in the shell.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this Buster
Man.
only now. Crap. I should have done Magnus Centipede first.
Yeah, I don't think this guy was too bad, right? This is one of
No,
the
this
guys
one's
that,
pretty
like, wasn't too
simple.
bad.
It's just
Yeah.
annoying if you're not
He's
fast
just
enough to
annoying
break out
'cause
of
you
that.
sit here, he's invincible all this time, you know?
Yeah, you just gotta wait.
Well, you also just need to be able to break out of these quicker, otherwise you get screwed over. And I'm just swapping to random weapons because I was button mashing like crazy to get out of his thing. But he's also actually pretty easy buster only.
That's the funny thing. I didn't actually know that he was going to freeze you. I actually managed to dodge each of those in my fight. So I guess that's the one thing I did correctly here.
Well, the
Did you
thing
get
about-
frozen at all?
The thing about
No.
getting frozen is it
Wow.
makes it so he'll come after you quicker. So there's a strategy
I thought
to
it
it
was going to
in
be
some
like
degree.
Mega Man X1 has a mini boss that throws blobs that look exactly like that at you.
Yep.
And if they hit you, it adheses you to the ground. And so I
Yes, it
figured it was
does.
going to be that same deal. So, you know, I was
Essentially.
dodging them.
Essentially true.
I mean, pretty much the same thing, right?
Oh.
Frozen,
Pretty much
stuck
the
to
same
ground.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But see, like he
Uh-oh.
freezes your time, and so you end up getting stuck.
Which, yeah, I gotta ask, what? This one confused me to no
Oh
end.
crap!
What
Oh,
does
crap! I'm gonna die.
crystals and a snail have to do with altering gravity and time?
For funsies, dude.
Totally arbitrary.
Dang it!
How did you
Like
not
they were
take
just
a
like
hit there?
shooting things.
I
On
did
a
take a hit.
dartboard,
I'm
like,
hurt, dude.
snail
I'm
stops
dead.
time.
I'm
Do
so
you wanna
dead.
use your tank, man?
I already did. I only had a little
Oh,
bit
you
of
did.
health in it. I'm so gone.
Oh, what a jerk.
My
Dude,
timing.
Stupid invulnerability, man.
Oh, I didn't dash jump.
So close.
Oh well. It's been a while since I've done Buster only. Oh well.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the
Some-
story of this game real quick while we redo this, because Mega Man X2's story was interesting because you're still going about trying to finish off Sigma's followers from the first game. Like you're trying to pick up the stragglers, a la Avengers Ultron, you know?
Yeah.
And so the X Hunters show up as like kind of this overseeing type body for the remainder of Sigma's forces. And the other thing is, like, all of a sudden Reploids can be resurrected like perfectly, not just remade as soulless forms of them former selves.
Yeah.
Which is like interesting. It's like, okay, how is Zero resurrected? That's odd. But
Because they
Yeah.
wanted him.
yeah, they did. They knew they had something cool. And so the story is just picking up where the first game left off of taking out Mavericks, but then all of a sudden it turns into this deeper thing of, oh, we need to save Zero. And so I've always enjoyed the story. The localization I know is a bit different than the Japanese version, but I think like the overall premise is close enough that it doesn't really matter. But I don't know. I just really like the expanded story with more cutscenes and stuff, because like X1 did not have a lot of quote unquote cutscenes as we know them. Like you got to talk to Zero at the end of the intro stage after you got your butt kicked by Vile, and then you don't hear another cutscene again until you get to the first Sigma stage and you talk to Zero, and then Zero dying, and then fighting Sigma, and like that's it.
Yeah, but you get to talk to Dr. Light's hologram, who, you know,
Yeah.
tells you that he wished you could have had a peaceful life. He wanted better for you, you know?
That's true. There are those, and so
Like, this is, like, my thing. So, like, this one isn't so bad for me. But the X series as a whole, it's not Metal Gear Solid or Kingdom Hearts level of convoluted, but the story in the series gets very muddy, you know?
yeah.
It gets weird, and like they tried to get deep, and you know they didn't have the writing chops for getting deep, you know.
True enough.
Like I don't know, like the original Mega Man series is much more straightforward. Basically, it's like you have one guy building robots to make the world better, and you have another guy who's jealous and is, you know, perverting them, you know.
True enough.
But
How were we
Didn't-
supposed to know that that was there?
The helmet.
the helmet,
Oh,
apparently.
the helmet tells you.
Yep, the helmet. The helmet gives you the secrets. But that's the thing about the first one. Didn't Dr. Wily build Proto Man?
He did.
So he did make one other cool robot besides Zero, so at least there's that. X2 also introduced an ultimate weapon
Whoa,
Yeah.
that was cool. It just clears the screen.
Yeah, it clears the screen, does a bunch of damage.
Yep.
Can use it on bosses. It takes off like 5 or 6 health. It's not as good against bosses, but it's
Wait,
just
they just took you out
they
of
don't
the
want to make
level?
the game free.
Why did it take you out of the level?
I quit.
Oh, he exited.
Yeah, I quit out of it
gotcha.
because I already beat it.
He already beat that one. He was just going back for the upgrade that he didn't have before.
Got it. Oh, that was another thing. It wasn't clear that you could go back into the levels because like the monitors are all staticky. So I thought that was the end of the level.
Yeah, that's another thing you would have learned if you had played Mega Man X1. So yeah, I agree with Ice. This one isn't really teaching you things so well. It's assuming you know things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it assumes you know
Also-
things, and again, games of this era involved the instruction booklet. I messed that up. You
Yeah.
needed the instruction booklets for the stuff. So, darn, I
I
can't
was
get
gonna
that
say this.
now.
Well, what about because you can't bubble jump when you're not in the water.
Nope. Dang it, not that. No, I messed that up.
And yeah, this was my first Mega Man game, and being that it's a sequel, any kind of story just kind of
yeah.
went over my head. Didn't care, didn't know. This was purely
You're in it for the
gameplay
gameplay.
me.
You're in it for the gameplay, which is good because like that's the whole thing about Mega Man games is that they are mostly gameplay.
Yeah. And
Because
if you want to get
again-
into the story, you couldn't get into the story.
Yeah, if you want the story, it's there. It's not the best, as Wiz was saying. And the other part about the X franchise in particular, it was supposed to end at 5. It was supposed to end at 5, so that way the Mega Man Zero franchise would pick up where it left off.
X5?
The story,
Like
the
X5?
story,
Yeah,
had
Mega
already
Man
gotten
X5.
weird by that point, though, man. Like the story was already getting weird by that point.
It was weird.
So, like,
Nah. It was
You know,
weird, but that's the whole thing. It's it had a start and it had an end, and then it picked up on Mega Man Zero of what
Yeah.
happened next. And the whole point was that X6 ruined it. Like Capcom wanted more money, and so they made X6 without any of the original creation team, and it was awful. Like it was an awful game. And then they kept going with X7 and X8, and they never brought us back to the point where the X series nicely ties into the Zero franchise. And so it's like I still wish for a Mega Man X9, 10, like we got Mega Man 9 and 10, so that way we can finally get the proper ending to it, but it's like it's not happening at this point.
This fight was cool with the Master Sword. That was like, whoa.
Yeah,
look at this
so
thing.
this was done with the CX4 chip, so it's got that
Yep.
special expansion chip inside the cartridge. So that way they could do the 3D polygons like this and the intro
Which
and the
surely made
Sigma
the
virus.
surely made it more expensive just to buy the game.
probably raised the price by like $10. I don't know. I never
Yeah.
saw what this game cost new. Oh.
And
So
do they even use it that much? They use it like a handful of times, not too.
well, I
much
mean,
they
it
do that.
still is useful in the rest of the gameplay. So like all these falling bubbles and stuff would be a lot slower without it probably.
True.
But yeah, if you don't get detected by the security system there, you can get through this part without all those bubbles hitting you, which is really nice.
yeah.
And then this guy isn't as hard or something, right?
Yeah, if you don't get scanned, he's not super strong. He only has the basic attack like that, and then he jumps and does his triple shot.
So the interesting thing to want to call out, it's interesting from a game design standpoint that this is reused for a Sigma stage. Like this entire level, like you replay
Yes.
again.
Up until you get
for
to
a
the
Sigma
sword.
stage.
That's
Until you
actually
get-
what I was going to show you right now. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I can't do it, though, because I want to be able to get the Shoryuken.
Yeah.
I didn't get the heart upgrade because I messed up in the beginning. So I could
Mhm.
actually pick it up in the final level and get the
Yeah.
heart upgrade instead because it's the same level.
Yeah.
You can also activate the Sigma fight in that level early.
Yeah, that's new tech that was recently discovered.
Oh, gosh.
So yeah, somebody recently figured it, like within the last couple of months, figured out how to do it. So you can trigger the end.
Oh, that's the
right
different
there.
one. There's been ways to do it. There's been ways to do it after you get the so you could get the Shoryuken, kill yourself out of that level, go to this level and activate a Shoryuken at a certain frame to trigger it as well, but they figured out how to do that little drop thing so you drop into the final fight instead, which
Yep.
is insane.
Yeah.
It's just nuts, man. Like,
Yeah,
it's
how do
so
people
nuts.
figure that out?
Don't even know, man. Like, the way people
Right
figure things
now.
out for these games is beyond my comprehension.
It,
Yeah.
It's very technical. There's YouTube essays you can watch on it if you want to see, but
Yeah.
yeah, people are basically like
They're just
understanding how the memory of the game works and how to
they have
exploit
a
the
memory
rest of
viewer
it.
up as they play through it. They're
Like
examining
I
every
forget,
little
there's a
thing.
name for it. There's a name for the
Data mining.
technique. And no, I mean, well, data mining is what you do, but like there's a technique for where you're doing memory manipulation like this.
Yeah. Just another quick thing though about boss fights. I love that they kept the dynamic aspect to them of being able to do something to damage them in a certain way. So for Magnus Centipede here, you use the flame moth weapon to break off his tail so he can't steal your powers, steal your abilities. And I love that. I like that it actually made a difference in the boss you were fighting with the weakness weapon instead of having to be something random like in X1 where you had to use Boomer Coanger's boomerangs to knock off Launch Octopus's tentacles and Flame Mammoth's nose, turn him into Flame Warthog.
Yeah. Well, and then I think Wire Sponge, you know, I didn't do this the first time through because he was the first stage, but in the rebattle, you can slice him in half, can't you? Like one of the weapons.
If you use his weakness weapon, it says he has his little, he has his wire, and it deflects your shots. But if you're using Sonic Slicer, it goes through it and hits him, cuts through it and hits him. And then after you beat him, it will cut him in half. Like, it's super cool. Like, I love that they started adding that dynamic aspect to it. They leaned more into that in the PS1 games, somewhat. Like, there's nothing as cool as, like, no, I should say Mega Man Zero games. Sorry, the Mega Man Zero games played into that more with the Z Saber actually cutting through people.
And now this is the fake final level. I was like, here I am, the last level.
Yeah, and for a bad time. Oh, look at the fancy man not going for the free one up.
Yeah, Wiz, I think that you were like, I played the first one and then I put it down and I'm gonna play the next level later.
Like, I think it was level 3.
Yeah, you made it through all of them and then had to reset yourself.
Level 3. It gave me a code, and so I'm like, all right, we'll take a screenshot of this code.
See, I'm surprised you fell for that because you know that's how X1 ran. So I was like, oh man, no, don't do it, don't do it. Wiz.
I don't remember that because I know X1 so well now that I just run it through in one sitting. You know, like I don't need the codes for anything.
Yeah, that happened to me with the first part here, where I beat the first part, and then I came back and I was like, I gotta do it again.
Yep.
Yeah, so when I dropped that in Discord and said that I made a torrent of swearing, so I'm like, you know, my kids are still awake and I'm using all my driving words, so I better stop playing this right now. And everybody in Discord's like, oh no.
It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I just looked at those messages too, and I'm like, I'm not even turning this game on to see if that's true right now. Like, I won't be able to handle the rage.
Yeah, it's bad.
But like,
it's bad.
But it's like it was like the same energy, like Home Alone. It's like, Marv, what are you doing, Marv? It's like, don't make me do this again.
What did you play it on? Did you play it on original hardware or?
No, not this time. I actually just I played it on my ROG Ally because I have the Anniversary Collection on there as well.
No save states or anything though, right?
No,
not save stating.
Yeah,
it lets you save the password automatically, so you don't have to input it.
Yeah, that was the one thing. It lets you save the password.
Oh gosh, I'm dying
to resume where you're at. Because yeah, I played this game in what would have been 3 sessions. I should have used it until I saved and quit after Sigma 3, and then so came back. I had to do a 4th session. You know, but
yeah, I should have used my E-Tank there. I would have had him.
Yeah.
Oh well. But no, that's how all the original Mega Man X games were, where it makes you redo the Sigma stages.
Is Bubble what's good against him?
Yeah.
Why is a bubble good against the guy with the spike ball that would logically pop a bubble?
But I was going to say,
funny.
It's like...
It's funny.
Like, it seems like he should have advantage.
Well, I mean, he does have advantage. Have you seen him?
No,
it just
seems like that ought to be less effective than your Buster.
Man, I cannot get a good pattern on him. I'm redoing this whole stage.
No.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm
Here we
redoing this
go.
stage. Like I said, he's the only part that still sucks about this game to me. I can't see his pattern as fast as I need to anymore. But then I remembered that I didn't get the one thing in this level, so I'm gonna grab that real quick. But
without getting detected.
Yep.
Metal Gear time activated.
Yep. I love the gameplay of this game. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, that's why I've always preferred the X games over the classic Mega Man games. Like, I enjoy the better speed, the better movement.
I wish that he could crouch. If he could crouch, like
that doesn't come
dodge
until Mega Man
anything.
X5, dude.
Yeah, it's like, or like aim your shots. If I could aim it up, like Metroid.
Well,
that
then
would've
it
been
becomes a
big
different
help too.
genre to a degree.
True.
It becomes a different game, I should say. I mean, it still adheres to pretty much the classic Mega Man standards of gameplay overall. It just adds in the enhanced movement.
Yep.
But everything else is pretty much classic Mega Man except not having Rush, which is
The dog.
okay to me.
Yeah.
I didn't
You're like
care for
Dog?
Rush. Like, I love Rush as a concept. I don't like using Rush. That makes sense. Freaking dog always
Good.
screwed me over.
The problem with Rush was that he had limited ammo. Like, because if you were trying to figure out how to solve the puzzle, like
You already failed the
hurt
puzzle.
to deploy Rush and have him in the wrong spot, you know?
Yeah, if you were using him to
Especially-
solve the puzzle, you failed the puzzle.
Yeah, so like sometimes you'd have to take a death, you know, just because you.
And I mean, he doesn't recharge either, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You'd have to get weapon power-ups to recharge him.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm glad they mitigated that a lot for
Wow.
the
I
X
didn't
games.
think
Yeah,
you could
I
cover
screwed that
one.
up.
Well, that's it. There's the later one in this stage. Like
The last
has to
one
be
is bad.
perfect.
Yeah, the last
that
one's
one has
bad.
to be perfect. You can't mess that up at all.
Oh, it's bad.
So I
And-
appreciated this one that was just a straight silo. So that's because it does it 4 times in this level. Number 3 is free, absolutely free.
1 and 2 are free, or 1 and 3 are free. But yeah, this one's bad. This last one. And it's like you can start it, like you could trigger him to run up there and start closing it, and if you stay down here, it stays closed. So you have to die.
You have to
You
die?
can
I
actually-
thought you just like run
You
away.
can run super far back and reset it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
what I
gone far. I've never gone far enough back to do that.
He's never been bad at the game, so he wouldn't know.
Well, no, I would always
Well,
just
they changed
die.
the deaths,
I
but
would
no,
always just die right there on those
no, 'cause
spikes right below it because I didn't ever go that far back.
I got to this. I had an instance where I jumped and I slipped like immediately. So he
Yep.
left, and I was like, I only had I had like 1 or 2 lives, and I knew I was gonna have to fight a boss that I didn't know anything about. So I wanted those lives. I didn't want to throw it. So yeah, I ran back a ways and came, and it was still shut. And I was like, I bet I just got to go further back. And like, yeah, you backtrack a significant portion of the stage, it will reset him.
That's interesting.
It wasn't that much. I don't think you go like super, super far away, but yeah, you go.
I think you drop down to the bottom of the tube because I came at it from the other direction, you know?
Yeah, I would always get the life down there and then come
Yeah,
back
that's
up.
the-
I'm
I was
not
going for the
seeing his
life.
pattern right now, man. I hate this fight. Like, I'm not seeing it. I don't have the reflexes I used to. So this is why I said he's the only part of this game that's actually hard. And it's like, if you have better reflexes, he's not even hard. So you could see this so much easier from a mile away. Like, I feel so slow. But
Should we talk about like the music or the visuals in this game? 'Cause we've been
Absolutely,
talking
we
a lot
should.
about the design and
we've
the
just been talking
gameplay.
about things that have been going on with it as we go through
Yeah.
it, which is fine. I
Yeah.
think that's actually a pretty cool concept to do. But I mean, graphically, like Mega Man X1 and 2 and 3 are like my favorite look for these games. Like, I love the PS1 games, don't get me wrong. I love how he looks in those, but it's like the 16-bit aesthetic for these games was like my favorite.
It's a tighter visual, like, and maybe because I played X4 via the collection.
Yeah,
so it
for the
wasn't
game
on
of the
a
month.
CRT wasn't on a CRT TV. It didn't look as sharp.
It still holds up pretty well, but it's just not as good as I'm committing to this one.
Yeah, I was
We
about
got
to
it.
say,
I
you got
didn't even
so
need to
low,
use
it's
it.
like it-
I
you
didn't
just
even
do
need
it.
to use it. I was just being
Well,
safe.
yeah, safety strats are fine.
Yep. But like that's the thing though, at least. Like the PS1 is still using pixel art, so it still holds up really well. It's just that there's more details, so it's a lot more pixelated in a lot of different areas. Versus the simplified look of the overall stages. Like it's 16-bit. It's just got a timeless look to it, just like a lot of 16-bit games do. And of course, if you have those CRT effects, it blends it together more, gives it a lot more perceived detail, which is cool.
Yeah, I think it looks great.
And I mean, it runs smooth. X2 had a lot of slowdown, as you can see here in this level. I had a lot of fish behind me causing slowdown, even without slowdown turned on. So like performance suffered a lot of places, but it wasn't ever in an area where it made a significant impact to your completion of the game.
Yeah, again, that was common, right?
It was
Slowdown?
common.
Yeah.
It's the nice thing is there's not a lot of sprite limits on Super Nintendo games. I mean, they exist, but they're not as common as they were on NES. Like on NES, you're playing Mega Man and things will start disappearing because of the sprites per scan line.
For which one?
Just all of them.
The NES, when you get
the NES Mega Man games.
Oh, yeah. The NES ones. This is where I would just tank this damage.
Yeah,
because
I
was
just
not
tanked the
doing
fire
that.
because I didn't want to play with the spikes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Normally I do that too, but felt like doing it. See me almost messing up there.
This one, I'm not gonna lie, this took me a hot minute to figure out.
Yep.
Like, because I was like, I
crap.
can't dash across. There's like nothing here. Like none of the weapons were doing anything. I hit the bat by pure luck, and then I was like, oh my goodness, like because I tried shooting some with that in a previous stage, and then I jumped over them. It didn't occur to me to stand on them.
Yeah.
No, that was an iframe moment for me where I was just like, let me get hit by the bat. I'm going to run across it. And then this
Speaking
guy,
of iframe moments.
This is when I turned on easy mode. Yeah, I was like, what am I supposed to do?
Oh, you're going to love this.
This made me so angry because he is a coward who just runs away. Oh, no. You're
going to love this.
No. Rage go on. Pure rage.
Wow. He found the spot. He's got the strat.
Got the magic spot. Got the magic spot.
I forgot how I did it.
E-tanks dodging more than shooting and swearing a whole lot. That's how I did this.
Oh, that's so good. Now you can actually stand underneath him and do the same thing with the charged shots. But you'll take the diagonal shot a lot more.
Yeah.
So it's easier to do the between two platforms. That fight sucks, Buster only, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap, that is
rough. I've watched you do that, and that's because I was fighting him with the Buster and having a miserable time because he's a coward. He just runs away from you.
Yes, he is. He is indeed.
That's how you know it's Wily. He's a coward.
Yep. But
the one-hit kill spikes on the bottom. That's another thing. Was anything that was a one-hit kill?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't like one-hit kills.
I hate one-hit kill stuff too.
Yeah.
That's true. Like, that's probably the most fake difficulty portion of this game.
Yeah.
Like, hands down.
You gotta give me a chance.
Hands down, that's totally a fake difficulty portion of the game.
This part was fun too, because I was like, oh, whoa. I didn't do that.
That's honestly, no, the dealing with the platform angered me.
Like, yeah, the platform's not fun. But this is where you can use that ability to grab platforms slightly underneath them. Oh, I needed him. My bad. Bat. I need another bat. Come here. Whatever.
Yeah.
Ow.
I did the platform thing the whole way up there.
I did it as well. And yeah, it's this little turnabout. Like, it was just miserable.
Yeah. I'm supposed to be playing games to have fun, right?
Is that how games are supposed to work?
Yeah, right.
See, I'm giving
So
myself a
frustrating.
sprite flicker there.
Yep.
All right, but now, did either of
Also-
you try going the upper route?
That's what I
Absolutely
did first.
not.
No, I did, and I was like, this is absolutely undoable. This is like the swearing got real intense here.
It's
And
because this is the secret.
I eventually went to YouTube, and the funny thing was because I was like, all right, show me the speed runs, and nobody goes this route. I opened like 3 or 4 videos and nobody had this route. So I was like, okay, no one is doing this. This is stupid. And then I went the down route, which was infinitely easier.
Because this is the route that you're supposed to take to get the Shoryuken.
Yeah, that little jump spike.
Oh,
double
what?
back,
No,
missing.
not
Is it
here.
not there?
Not
You must be
here.
missing a heart upgrade.
I
There's
don't
nothing
think
else to
so.
do,
Dog or
right?
something?
I don't think. I think you have to be full health.
Oh, really?
You are full health.
I
Well,
am
now
now.
because
Oh.
think you could respawn it.
I think so. Can't remember. I think you have to be full health.
You broke the game.
I didn't get it. Okay, whatever.
No
I don't know what I
Shoryuken.
missed. I don't know what I missed. I must have
That's
missed.
weird.
No, I have the full health. Pretty sure.
Someone tell us what went wrong.
What did
Yeah,
I
somebody
miss?
in
I
the
can't think of what I
Analyze
missed.
this.
Can't think of what I missed right now. Oh well.
Somebody in the comments will know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll.
hopefully.
I went back and got the bubble crab thing.
Those spikes scare me so much.
Yeah, I don't know what I missed. I'm pretty sure that I have full. Pretty sure I have a full health bar right now. I think it was just because I didn't have full health.
No,
I think it was just because I didn't have full health, but that's all right. I'm stuck with the Shoryuken anyway. I still
this
prefer to
was
fight him.
Interesting.
I still prefer to fight it. Dude, I need to talk about this fight real quick. So,
Yeah,
this guy's above you, yeah? This
yeah.
guy's above you. He does all these platforms and stuff. I would always do wall jumps and hit him like
Yeah.
that because I didn't know until about 4 years ago that you could just hold up on this and it goes up. I didn't know
What?
that these move.
I had no idea.
Oh my!
Apparently you didn't either. And so I
couldn't
play this game a
that.
lot and I didn't know that.
See, what I did for this guy was I wall jumped up there, and I got on top of his platform so I could blast him.
Oh,
You could
nice.
jump on top. Oh, the platform he makes.
Yeah, like so, like when he drops one, and before he generates a new one, you can wall jump up, and if you're just like hovering in the corner, he'll spawn out a new platform, and you can stand on top of it and just blast furiously before it drops.
So the other
I never
curious
thought of
thing
that.
about it, that platforms that he drops, it makes the stage go up. So if you fall in that pit right there in the middle, you''ll actually die. It gets rid of the
'Cause he
ground
scrolled- he
underneath
scrolled
it.
it off the screen.
Yep. So you die. It's a
Here's-
cliff.
Yep.
It's really irritating.
This
But
is it. Final
the
level.
thing
Wait a
about
minute. This isn't the final level. This is the boss rush now.
this is
Yeah.
boss rush, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
That
that's what
thing
I'm saying.
about
that was 3. I cleared that. I was swearing way too much. I was raging, and I was like, I'm full tilt right now. I got to take a break. I can't play this game anymore. And then came back to have to do it all over again.
Yep.
Yeah.
The thing about that's the thing about X2. It went back to a traditional Mega Man Classic Series form of boss rush, where you fight them all kind of sequentially like this. Whereas X1 did what Mega Man 1 did, and you're playing the boss rush throughout the final stages.
Yep.
And so I don't know which one I prefer, to be honest. Like, I like the feeling of progression that the classic X1 and Mega Man 1 had with their boss fights like that. But it's just nice to get them all out of the way, too. So it's, I don't know. People seem to have preferred this method, which is why they kept doing it. So I guess it makes
I think
sense.
this is the part of the game where it just felt like it was never ending. I was like, what does it want me to do next? You know, it asks so much of you. This isn't even the final boss. It's like I'm an adult. I have a full-time job. I got to pay my mortgage.
Well,
I've
that's
got
your mistake, thinking that video games are for
responsibilities,
adults, man. These are for
and
kids that
this
don't have anything else to
game
do, right? That's why you
won't
grow out of
stop
video games, right?
asking. It won't stop asking me to do things. And it's like, stop! Let me beat the game.
Yeah,
We're
pretty
going to
much.
another How I Met Your Mother reference. It's like, I have nothing left to give you, Darlene.
Yeah, it's like, what do you want from me?
This is hater.
Yeah, this game was breaking me. It really was.
It's so funny. See, that's me with X6. Like, I hate X6. I think it's just one of the worst design games ever made. Like, it is like one of the games I absolutely despise so much. Like, there's nothing redeeming about X6 except for like one song. It's
Yeah, I
just
gotta
such
look
a
into Mega
terrible
Man
game.
more.
It is a terrible game.
I will say,
but
as
all the
much,
Brazilians love it for some reason. So I mean, go figure.
yeah,
I don't understand it.
as much as this game drove me insane, there's like, I don't know, this sadistic side of me that wants to try the other games or try this again, you know?
Do X1. X1 is nice.
X1 is beautiful.
X1
It's
is
like
great.
Stockholm syndrome. It's like
Yeah,
something
see,
about it.
X1 is great. X3 I do not enjoy very much because it adds in the fake difficulty, because it's like, you know, your normal stage enemy will do like 1 to 2 damage to you when they hit you, yeah? In X1 and X2. X3, it's like, nah, you're taking 4 to 6. And so like you just
Good.
die insanely fast in X3 just for no reason other than people beat X1 and 2 too easily. So they're like, all right, let's just crank up the damage. And it's like, it's just fake difficulty. I hate it.
X3 is also Super Nintendo, right?
It is, yes. But X3 was just, the bosses were kind of meh. The stages were meh. The music was meh to a degree. So it's like, it's one of my least favorite in the franchise.
Also, I gotta say, this is the thing. They replenish those health after every fight. I didn't realize that. So I was doing the first couple fights without grabbing the health in between because I was like, I gotta save these. Because in the earlier Mega Man games,
They
they wouldn't
disappear.
replenish them,
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
So it's like, I got down, like, I think after the third fight, I was like almost dead. And I was like, all right, I guess we'll grab 2 of these. We'll save the other 2 and hopefully we can get through this. And then I was tore up again. I'm like, all right, we're gonna grab the other 2, and there were 4 of them there, and I was like, all right, I'm like, I could have been refilling in between each fight. This is trash.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
how
no,
I fill
that-
up my this is how I fill up my
E-tanks, yeah.
E-tanks for Sigma.
Yeah.
No, I was
that's
the
what I
same
realized.
way. I thought it was like Smash Melee with All-Star mode where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
should I take one now?
But yeah, see, watch, he'll cut in half right now. So violent.
Yep.
So
Cool.
violent for a Super Nintendo game. Look at that. My gosh.
He's a robot, it's fine.
It's rated M right there, man. That's rated M for Nintendo. Come on now.
There's not
I am
even any blood.
traumatized.
Dude, the way they
transmission
increased those for
coming
Mega
out.
Man Zero franchise on GBA was amazing. Like, you're cutting people in half all over the place, and the North American version's censored. So it's like, if you play the Japanese version, it's like you're cutting them in half and they're bleeding, and like, it's crazy.
Which is also funny because, again,
They're
they're
robots.
robots. So you're seeing oil or transmission fluid or something, right? Like, we don't got to be so dramatic about it.
But it's still cool.
It's Mortal Kombat sweat all over again.
But no, you want to talk about hard
The
Mega Man
sweat.
games, though. The Mega Man Zero franchise is just absolutely bonkers. Like, I remember getting the Mega Man Zero 2 for my birthday, and it took me like 2 hours to beat the intro stage, just because it was just so rough to me. Like,
Yeah, I only did the first one, and it was so brutal that I wasn't interested in going further.
yeah, the first one's
There's-
super cakey now, but it's like 2 still kicks my trash. I've never actually beaten 3 or 4.
There's so many Mega Man games too. It's like they come out with these like every year or like half a year.
They were.
Well,
they had
right.
they had 4 franchises going at once at one point, between Mega Man Battle Network, Mega Man Zero, Mega Man X.
And there's just a bunch of
Star
different
Force.
teams.
Kinda,
Right,
yeah.
like,
I
how
mean,
are they
that was
doing
just
it?
what
This is
Capcom put a
'cause-
lot of their developers on it because it was their cash cow at the time.
Or they
Yeah,
just whipping
like
all of
that's-
them, keep making them, keep
I mean,
making them.
Well, because I mean that's the thing people forget now. Because I mean, so we just got we got Mega Man 11 a few years ago, and now they finally announced that they're going to do 12. But like, Mega Man was the face of Capcom. He was their Mario.
Yeah, the Blue Bomber,
And-
man.
And like for us who played him as kids, we loved him. We loved the games. until they just stopped making them. And part of it is honestly, I think that they
They
stopped making them
oversaturated it.
well.
They stopped.
You
They
know?
oversaturated it, and the quality dropped insanely.
Yeah, and so like they stopped selling and they stopped making them, and then like they canceled. Oh my goodness, you really can't just dash into this to
Look
stop
at
him from getting into it and blast him while he's trying.
uh,
Oh my goodness.
there it
Anyways,
is.
but like that was the thing I was like mad about. Like I think it was his 25th Mega Man anniversary. There were 3 different games in development. They canceled all 3 of them.
Mega Man
And
Legends 3 still hurts me, dude.
yeah, Legends 3, that one stings. You know, the other ones I didn't care about so much, but that one I wanted. But I mean
You're not
that goes
activating
through
that.
too, is that like you have a point where like even the fans are like a little upset about the cancellations, but not entirely heartbroken about it. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you've run your franchise into the ground.
They ran it into the ground hardcore, and that's why.
And so then we didn't get a Mega Man game for years.
Yeah, because I mean, when Mega Man 9 came out in 2009, like it hadn't been that long since the last Mega Man game, but even that felt like, oh my gosh,
felt
he's back.
significant.
It was huge. And they went to the return to form with 8-bit graphics, brutal difficulty.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, yeah, that's cool. Then they did Mega Man 10 and ran it right back into the ground immediately. Like Mega Man 10 was awful, and then we did not have another Mega Man game for a long time after that.
Yeah, because I think that one came out the next year, didn't it? Wasn't it?
Came out 2010. I can't remember if there was a couple of Star Force games that came out after that or not. I don't remember. I didn't ever pay attention to Star Force because it was just like,
because they were DS. Yeah, I didn't. They just looked weird. I never.
they were
played
just the
those.
poor man's
What's
battle network
Star
to me, man.
Force?
Yeah, they were
Mega
just
Man
another
Star
version
Force?
of.
series.
There was just another. It was like a spin-off Battle Network series type thing. Like obviously not the same plot line and stuff, but
spin-off of a spin-off.
yeah, I've never played the Star Force games just because like Battle Network was hard for me to get into. I love the Battle Network games. Don't get me wrong. Like I love the battle systems, but like they're just so long.
Looks like the first one came out in Japan in 06 and then in America in 07. So it was before.
Yeah, but I mean, there's like 6 of those.
Yeah. Well, that's because they were also doing that weird,
The
release
Pokemon
2
thing.
versions. Yeah.
They were doing Pokemon with it.
That's what I thought, right?
Yeah.
Real obnoxious.
They started doing the Pokemon thing with Battle Network 5. They had Team Proto Man and Team Colonel or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they did it with 6, and then they did it with the Star Force games. And it's like, it's so dumb.
That's like auto double money, though, right?
Not really, when it's a
smart on
franchise
there,
that no one cares about.
Yeah, it's like it goes to, the game fatigue and people stop buying them.
True.
So, yeah, it looks like the last Star Force game came out in 08. So it was the year before Mega Man.
It was the year
9,
before
even.
Mega Man 9. So yeah, Mega Man had not been out of the loop for that long then. Okay.
So
after
yeah,
10, it wasn't until 11 came out. So that was like a good 9 years. But yeah, you could pattern lock this guy.
Too.
Yeah, you pattern lock him. He'll always throw his fire after you hit him with bubble.
Yeah, so I mean, like,
bubbles, bubbles, bubbles.
Yeah. So again, that's the thing. It's like, it's funny because now, Mega Man is almost like a footnote for Capcom currently. And it's, because now for them, the money is Street Fighter and Resident Evil and
Monster Hunter.
I was at Monster Hunter. I was spaced it for a second. I'm like, not Pokemon, not Dark Souls.
Definitely not Pokemon or Dark Souls.
It's like Pokemon, Dark Souls. What was that? It's like Monster Hunter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like those franchises are printing money for them.
Resident Evil, especially right now, is doing insanely well.
Yeah, like that. Talk about a series that had a resurgence.
Mm-hmm. It's doing insanely well.
Because that was another one where they made a series of really bad ones for a while, and fans were kind of cooling off on it.
Well, that's the thing about Resident Evil. Like the worst game in the franchise is actually pretty decent until you got to the spin-offs. Like Operation Raccoon City was like the worst thing imaginable on 360 and PS3 to me. Yeah. Like I returned that game the same day I bought it. It was so bad to me.
That's what I'm thinking is, what are the bad Resident Evil games? I only know that 6 was
6 was the worst received one for the mainline franchise by far. But like even it is a good game as long as you don't think of it as a Resident Evil game. Like it is a fantastic co-op action game. And it's a lot of fun.
But that's why 7 is the way it is, because they were like, all right, let's
they
rethink this.
overcorrected for 6, and they also
Yeah.
took into account that a lot of people were enjoying the first person horror stuff, and so they overcorrected on it. And then they brought a third person mode back for 8 for like as a patch, so you could play that one in third person again.
I gotta play Resident Evil 7 in VR. That's gotta be
Dude, I would never play that game in
terrifying.
VR. No, screw that, dude. Like playing through 7 as is was hard enough for me.
The funny thing, so I never played 7, but I watched my buddy play it, and he played it in VR, and it was his first playthrough.
Oh no.
It was fantastic. He streamed it, so I'm watching him play this, and like there's gnarly stuff like the knife through the hand to the opening, everything, but like he's just going through exploring, and he finds like some weird sack or whatever, and he's like, oh, let's open that up. He just gushes spiders. And he screams because he's in the VR mode, and it's just like hosing him down in spiders.
I will never play that game in
scarier than horror in VR.
I would never play that game in VR. I'm sorry. I will never do it.
Scary movies, scary games, I can do. Even like haunted houses where they're coming at you. It's like,
I hate horror, man. I hate horror so
VR
much.
horror, that's like another level of scary.
No, I can't do horror, man. Like I hate it. I hate how it makes me feel.
Horror's fun though, because you get scared and then you laugh at yourself for getting scared,
Oh, I don't laugh at myself. No, that is not a thing I do.
For me, like it very much depends, because like I don't like a lot of modern horror, because I think so much of it just relies on cheap jump scares.
Cheap jump scares and gore. That's all it is for a lot of modern horror.
And gore. I like more the ones that are like the slow building of dreadful suspense, which is like, so like as far as like modern goes, I actually feel like The Conjuring was like a really good example of that, just like building that sense of unease and showing you that something's wrong,
Yeah, I didn't see that one. But that's why we like modern Resident Evil, because that's not jump scares. That is just like kind of a tense, there's things around the corner.
There's a couple of jump scares, but they're not overused, in my opinion.
It's like, for example, I did not appreciate The Ring at all. Everyone, when that movie came out, talked about how incredible it was and how scary it was. And I'm like,
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Well, because like you got like a scene where they're trying to make you think something's wrong, and like the music is slowly building to a crescendo as they're like approaching a door, and you're like, oh my goodness, what's about to happen? And the cat walks out, but they hit like every percussion instrument at once. And they crank the volume super high, so you jump. But it's not because of the cat; it's because they just deafened you for a moment. And it's like you could do that at any scene, any point in a movie. And if you crank the volume and hit all your percussion at once, everybody's going to
scares you. Yeah.
So it's like that's not like horror. That's just startling you. Like, if you're watching a Disney movie and I slam pots behind your head, it's going to make you jump.
I like that though. I don't know. I like startling people. But you scare someone and they're like, oh.
I did that to my kids when I watched Jurassic Park with them. I knew when the thing was going to happen, so I went, "Hua!" And they're like, ah!
That's really fun. All right, you're on the final boss here. You're fighting Wolverine.
Yep, fighting Wolverine Sigma. Actually doing pretty okay with it for a change.
Yeah, this one took me a minute to figure out that you got to keep moving, because like he'll just materialize out of the air and pile drive you with those Wolverine claws.
Yeah, he got me once.
Like, yeah, you basically just got to be perpetually dashing.
So there's a way to do this next part, the Sigma virus part, with like basically cheese him so you'll never take damage, but I forgot how to do it. Because it's been so long since I played through X2.
Like,
this is why it took me forever to beat it for this month's Game of the Month discussion, because I was trying to remember how to do
I was like, isn't
this
it like
part.
a glitch where you like take a hit from one of the little things he spawns and that somehow makes you invulnerable? I'm trying to remember. I feel like I've seen it in a speed run.
No, there's something about doing that. Because, no, that's what it was. You do that, and then, no. Like I said, I don't remember how to do it. You got to like go up top, get him to spawn those, go to middle, and then go back to the side, and then he will, yeah, there it is. So you got to be up here, get him to go up here, then you go to the middle, so he'll spawn him right there. And then you go up here, Dash underneath him.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is. So yeah, you got to do this because then he always spawns those right where you can hit him. You dash under him, so that way you can line up the shots on him. But I already forgot my pattern. See, now he's gonna hit me with these things, and now I got to jump over him.
So it's pattern manipulation.
Yeah, essentially.
I liked how he spawns the bad guy so you could get health and stuff.
Well, and
It's
I
like
think
the one boss.
See, there it is. That's where it is.
Isn't there also a phase of this fight where he's immune to the Buster and you have to hit him with a special weapon?
Yes. Well, no, never. He's never immune to it. It's just it has to be the fully charged version. And so when he's doing the end part of his pattern, he's on top of you if you aren't dodging correctly. And so you'll take a bunch of damage, and if you don't have like the armor and stuff, you'll die. I messed up.
You know what we should do? We should normalize playing the game of the month during the discussion and beating it. The whole game.
Some games are too long for that.
Yeah, it's like that. I mean, they don't have to be real short ones. Like, because we talked about Halo in the past, and it's like...
Yeah, you can't beat that, but we can play it, though. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind doing that. It's just...
This was great because I could say this part right here and yada yada.
You're like, man, this part belongs in the dumpster.
And there's a part in this fight where like he like spawns on top of you like the whole time.
Yeah, that's his death throws.
Yeah. And it's like now
you
what?
Start furiously mashing and
that's when you got to do
your E-tanks.
Yeah. That's when you got to do strike chain. That's why you save strike chain. I'm messing up a lot again. So you got to go there, go to the middle.
Yeah, he's changed colors, so we know his phase has changed.
Yeah.
And then when you hit him there, go back up top, go to the middle. There we go.
I miss that about
boss
classic
fights.
games. The bosses where they start blinking and you're like, oh, it's almost there.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. I got his pattern back down. Because then you could heal. And it makes this fight trivial. Because this is how you have to do it for the zero mode challenge. No upgrades, no heart tanks, things like that. He kills you instantly. And so I had to learn how to do this. Just to beat the game with 0 upgrades. Because it is a rough game with 0 upgrades. And so... yeah, if you could beat this game with 0 upgrades, it's like you're good for the whole franchise.
Is he going to change color again? I don't remember.
He does. He goes through a bunch of different colors.
One more. Yeah.
Oh, he shot me. What a jerk.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're on dark blue. He goes to red.
Okay, I didn't remember the different blues. I just remembered the red.
All right, up top to middle. Blast these guys. Go to the side. So it removes a lot of the problems with this fight. But again, it was a really cool fight because he's like wireframe, like all 3D, like it was the coolest crap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, for when this game came out, like absolutely stunning, like mind blowing. We'd never seen real stuff like 3D. This. I mean,
yeah. This was not a thing.
Yeah.
I like the background too. The background looks like the Ninja Turtles, like Turtles in Time when you're fighting Shredder.
Technodrome.
Yeah. That's a great game. Those Hyperstone Heist and
dude, Hyperstone Heist was so interesting. Like I finally played through that last year, 2 years ago. Finally played through those.
I've still never done that one.
It's basically just a...
We were a Super Nintendo house.
It was a reshell of Turtles in Time, honestly.
It's just like a smaller Turtles in Time.
I've got the Cowabunga collection, so I could play it anytime I want to. I just haven't.
It's worth a playthrough. The only weird thing to me was that you had a run button. Instead of just...
There's a run button? I thought it was like double tap or something.
That's on the Super Nintendo version.
Yeah, if you press C, you like run.
Yeah, you have to press C to run on the Hyperstone Heist, which is weird. Yeah. But we'll definitely need to do one of those games for Game of the Month because
I was literally about to say that I just checked and we haven't done
any Turtles games.
Would love that.
Yeah. Okay. So that
Game of the Month number 49. Turtles in Time.
That's gotta be 49.
We're doing Zelda next month. 4-year anniversary. Game of the Month, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed it.
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time. Let's do it. That's how we're gonna roll.
The Switch 2 remake, that's definitely happening.
Oh gosh, I hope not, honestly.
Really? I would love that. I want to see what that would be like.
like, I mean, everybody's talking about it. I'm trying to figure out, like, is it like a true remake, or is it like a spiritual, like, in the vein of type thing? Because I'm just trying to figure out what could they actually do with that would like, besides like updating the graphics, like what would you actually do that makes that game better?
Nothing.
I don't know, but I think that if Nintendo was remaking it, surely they would, it would be good, surely,
Because I mean,
right?
like Wind Waker, they remade and they, shortened the Triforce quest, so you didn't have so much mindless fetching garbage. That was nice. Twilight Princess reduced the number of bugs of light that you collected. That was nice.
There wasn't
Um,
anything like that in Ocarina of Time, though. Like, Ocarina of Time was
I mean,
just the
unless the
dungeons.
Skulltulas, but those were
Those
optional,
were optional. Like, you don't need to change that.
And that's why, like, I mean, you could fix the camera. That'd be good.
Yeah,
But,
that's like the only thing that would... See, this is
I mean,
where
that's,
he's in his death throes.
yeah. And so, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I mean is like, I don't know what they could do for Ocarina of Time that's really going to make it like that much of a better experience.
Yep.
Because like just throwing it in Unreal Engine or something doesn't really feel
It's
as
just
meaningful.
it's just a graphical update, and we already got that on the 3DS. So you're going to
Yeah.
need to do a major graphical update, overhaul the entire engine, add more things so it doesn't feel as empty, because that's what the 3DS version showed us, was how empty the world is. And so like that's the only thing that's really going to change about it, is that they're just going to add a bunch of unnecessary stuff, and they're going to make the game longer. Probably.
Yeah, I would not want it to be like Breath of the Wild Ocarina of Time. That would be really
Well,
not good.
But
And,
I mean,
like,
this is good stuff that we could save for next month's discussion on it.
Sure.
A little teaser
Right.
for next month.
Anyways, well, it's like, yeah. I mean, yeah. If you're, I mean, I guess for the 4-year anniversary, if we're gonna do Legend of Zelda game, Ocarina of Time's probably the one, because we've already done Link to the Past.
Yep.
At some point, I will make a pitch for Wind Waker, because
Oh, I love Wind Waker. It's my favorite Zelda game.
It's my favorite Zelda game as well.
I love Wind Waker,
Yeah,
man.
Wind Waker was my first, like, a new game's come out and I'm like jumping in on the franchise. Wind Waker was excellent.
Yeah, Wind Waker was fantastic. I still remember all the backlash it got for the
Cell shading.
yeah.
Well, and the only reason that happened was because of the E3 show the year before, where they went with like Ocarina of Time style but up-resed.
Yeah,
So
the
people were super hyped.
realistic version. I mean, that's the problem
And,
too,
like,
because they were
it's-
just trying to do a tech demo. Like they were just trying
They
to do
were
a tech
doing a
demo to
tech
show what
demo,
the
but,
system
like-
could do.
I mean, we got Melee also, and in Melee it was like, look at this. The next one's gonna be super cool.
Dude, I remember reading GameSpot. I read GameSpot religiously for any preview for GameCube, man. Like I read through those Smash Brothers Melee previews all day, every day. Star Wars screenshots, looking at it like, oh my gosh, they have wood on the back of Link's shield. Like, what the crap?
I'm sorry,
is
but I
this?
love the outro here where it's like all philosophical and like deep, and they're looking at
That's what
This is
all
the
the
game
X
where I
games
said
are, man.
Their writers were not as good as they thought they were. Like, as they're trying to build the lore here, I'm like,
so profound.
you guys are you're trying, you're reaching. I appreciate the effort, but like it's the level of profound that like a teenager having a thought that they think no one else in the whole world has had before. Like it's that vibe, you know? It's like I'm
Absolutely.
feeling a feeling for the first time, and that means I'm the only one in the world who's felt this feeling. It's like
So
no.
it's basically how Ubisoft's writing felt like they were the first teenager to learn how to cuss after about 2009 onward, which is why I can't stand Ubi slop crap anymore.
Mega cringe.
Oh, their writing is so terrible, man. It's like every game, F-bomb, 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 F-bomb. I'm like, dude, even people that love the F-bomb don't use it like this.
Yeah.
You gotta be
I
surgical.
was like
with it. You
Shadow
gotta-
the Hedgehog.
I was like Samuel L. Jackson. Okay, you gotta be surgical in your application.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I do like that they give you the like foreshadowing of the Zero virus here. It starts with X2. And like that's pretty sick. It doesn't pay off until X4 and X5, but they foreshadow it here. which is really cool. And that's another cool thing about X5. X5 gets a lot of crap, a lot of it deserved, but I actually really like X5 now. I used to hate it so much. I used to hate it as much as X6, but when I started doing my Mega Man marathons, X5 really grew on me. X6 will never grow on me. I played X6 as much as X5, and I still hate X6. But
Like my old man memory, is X5 the one with the station collapsing towards the Earth that's
yes,
like timed?
yeah, it's the Guns N' Roses
Yeah,
bosses.
I did not care for that.
No, when they localized that game originally, the voice actress for Claire Redfield was dating a guy at Capcom and convinced him to rename the bosses after Guns N' Roses.
That's how that happened?
That's how that happened. So the legend goes. But X5 has a lot of throwbacks to X2 in certain ways. So
that's cool. I like that.
They use the bubble crab stage for their water level in that one. I think that might actually be the only throwback actually, but I can't think right now. But yeah, like I said, X5 grew on me, and I love that the foreshadowing here finally gets paid off. But then, of course, Capcom ruined it by making X6 and X7 and X8. At least X8 was a okay game. X6 and X7 are bad. But yeah, I love this franchise. And again, I still think X2 is objectively the best Mega Man X game ever made. It might be my favorite like Mega Man game ever. Objectively, like as the best Mega Man game ever. But like for me, the nostalgia for X1 always makes it so X1 is my favorite. But like I think this is objectively like the best Mega Man game ever made, right up there with like Mega Man 2.
I was like,
I think it just got everything right. Like there's very little misses on it.
I was like, 3 words to explain why X1 is better than X2. Storm Eagle theme.
Oh yeah. the best theme song of every Mega Man ever. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. But like, man, we really knocked it out of the park with this Wily 2 theme, right? We could never ever top that. It's like, hold on, I got something for you.
Oh, what was it? That one duo, cover artist duo, I can't remember what they were called, but they did a cover version of it and it was so sick.
Yeah, I don't know. Power Glove has a metal cover of it that is
Don't remember what their
super
name
slick.
was. It was like this guy and girl duo. I can't remember what their name was now.
Yeah.
Suck. Someone will actually me in the comments about it and let us know. But yeah, it's it was a really good rendition of it. It is so sick. But yeah, like X2 is a complete package. Like the levels, like every single level is unique, different, feels fun. Like I told you both earlier, I like that there's no like real fake difficulty in this game.
I feel like if they cut more of that final level out instead of making it 3 levels with the boss rush with the final boss, I think that would do wonders for me personally. Make it the game and then like 1 or 2 final levels, like 2 tops. For me personally, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's just
Or
traditional
if
Mega
save
Man
codes-
though.
But again, it's also weird that when you beat one of those stages, that it gives you a code again. It gives you the illusion that you could save at that point and come back.
Yeah,
that's
that's
really
one of the
messed up.
dumb
Like,
things. That's one of the dumb
very
things.
misleading.
It
Yeah,
is.
Like that's part of the reason why I felt so comfortable turning it off after level 3 was because it gave me a code. So I'm like,
Yeah,
clearly I can go back to this point and finish up what I was doing.
that's one of the
Yeah.
usability misses for sure.
Yeah.
But
And it ends on one of these things where we have to turn the game off.
I mean, that's
I
just
really-
a lot of classic
I really
games.
don't like those.
That's a classic
also-
game for you.
Yeah, except a lot of classic games too would return you to the title screen afterwards.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
even Super Mario Brothers doesn't, or not Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario World doesn't even return you to the title screen.
It doesn't?
No,
Oh.
you have to reset on Super Mario World.
Yep.
I played the Game Boy Advance version. That was my intro to that game.
I just beat that game on Game Boy Advance. a
I
couple
love
weeks
the
ago.
Game Boy Advance version.
I like it if with the color restore hack. They washed it out too much, but that's whatever.
True, but that was the Game Boy Advance, right? That was the Game
Well,
Boy
no,
Advance.
you can ROM hack the game to put the right colors back in it on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, but they washed it out because of the Game Boy Advance to make it easier to see or something like that, I'm sure.
Which is funny because it's easier to see with the real colors.
Is it?
Yeah.
If I had to guess, it was probably a battery life thing.
Maybe
knows?
it was that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The bright
But-
colors.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Should we do final thoughts?
Yeah, final thoughts I think is good here. Like I'll just continue with what I was going on. Like I think this complete package is just practically flawless, especially for the time it came out. Like there's a couple of usability things with the final passwords that you brought up. But like even the difficulty, like yes, it's hard when you first start playing it, but after you've played it a few times, like it's too easy. It's just like other games of the era, like when you first start to learn them. But I don't feel like the game is impossible. It's not Ghosts and Goblins where you're just like, okay, I don't want to learn this anymore. You guys might have felt differently about it, obviously, but like growing up, I was like, I need to beat this game. So like I think it's just a really well-balanced experience where it's not cheating you out of everything. Like arcade ports would. And looks good, plays good. It is so snappy. It's so fun to do the movement in this game. You get rewarded by understanding the movement. You get weapons, okay-ish. The upgrades, I think, are the best in the series. Love the air dash. Love the buster, especially in this game, because it blows through the iframes. Like, the X3 buster is an insane downgrade compared to this one immediately going into it. And it's just like, ugh. So yeah, I just genuinely love this game. Like it's an easy like 10 out of 10 for me. Like this is what a Mega Man game should be. Like this is the bar. Like this is the standard for Mega Man games.
You swinging with a 10 out of 10.
I swung in with a 10 out of 10 for this game, dude. I don't dislike things about this game.
With the bad save system, you're not even going to knock off half a point for that.
No, because it's how all of them worked for this franchise. Like that doesn't bother me as much because I'm not stopping in the middle of those Sigma stages. I'm going for the completion at that point.
Bad, so it's okay.
I'm going for the completion, so it's.
All right.
I like if I'm at the Sigma stages, I'm playing it until I'm done with it at that point because I got to see that. I got to see that presented by Capcom. Thanks for playing screen.
I wish I saw this game the way that you saw it. I really, really do wish so.
Yeah, you go next.
You got to play it. You got to play it 2 more times. Your first playthrough is going to be rough. Yes, play it 2 more times, and you will see it differently. And that's just Mega Man games in a nutshell. That's every Mega Man game. Like that's not exclusive to the. That's not exclusive to the X franchise. That's every single game in this franchise.
Like I'm gonna say Will should go next. I have a feeling Ice went high, you're gonna go low, and then I'll shoot down the middle.
All right. Yeah, I'll go. Again, I don't have the nostalgia for it. This is my one playthrough of about 6 to 7 hours of me being like, "Oh, this is cool, this is fun," and then the decline going on. Looks great, sounds great. The concept of Mega Man intrigues me, and I understand why people like it. And seeing you play it, like that was not like my playthrough at all.
That took 1 hour and 34 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, it was a lot of replaying, trying it again, trying to understand.
That was a bad playthrough for me too. I died.
and there were parts of my playthrough where I caved and I would go, okay, what am I missing? How are people doing this? I would have to look it up and be like, okay, let me try to do that. So yeah, I will say that the more I played it, the more I played a little bit more like you, where I'm dashing more and I'm doing like the long jumps and stuff. So I do understand how you could get better at it, and that makes it more fun.
Yep. It's not a modern game. It's not a modern game where you can expect it to like push your dopamine levels.
It is most definitely not a not a modern game. And I think with the difficulty, that's replayability. So back then they wanted you to get back on the game, keep trying it, discover new things. Um, the brutal difficulty is not for me. It is very much not for me. I need pattern recognition. Don't just put a little secret up here where I wouldn't even think to try
Gotta
it.
utilize the game mechanics, man.
I would not have been able to beat this without the easy mode at the very end. I really did try. So unfortunately for me, I can't give it. 10 out of 10 is not doing it for me. Like on my scale, 5 is middle. Anything better, would be going up. Anything worse than that. And unfortunately, giving this a grade, again, personally, I don't want to upset anybody. This
Dude,
would
who
definitely
cares about
be
what other people
below.
think?
True. This would definitely be below 5 for me. This would
Ooh,
be
wow, okay.
it would undoubtedly be below 5 because again, when I play it and I
Well, give us
can't
a number
understand
then.
it,
Gotta give us a
I
number.
this is going to upset people, but
The
again,
man
for
is explaining.
me,
Let him get there.
I would give this like a 3.5, unfortunately,
Wow.
because
All
it's
right.
just again that doesn't mean in the traditional sense of 3.5. I don't mean that that's what it is. Just from the middle, this is down. It's so freaking hard, and it just is infuriating, and it's not something that I would be
Oh,
like,
man.
hey, if you're into this,
his
I'm happy for you. But
so his
those are my
3.5
thoughts.
is 5 is the baseline, and he had to deduct 1.5.
Exactly. That's what I would. That's what I would say.
All
So
right.
we're on different worlds here.
Well, it's different scales, right? And this is part of why these point scales don't matter, right? Because everyone
Exactly.
does
Yeah.
them differently. Because like for me too, like for me a lot of times like I waffle between whether 6 or 7 is a baseline. Where I'm like, it's a perfectly acceptable game. I was like, for me, it's
Yeah.
probably when I'm being honest, it's like a 6. Where I'm like I'm not gonna play that again, but I'm not gonna rage against it, you know. But like
See, that's
I don't know.
surprising coming from you because you love X1. And it's like, this is more, but better.
Well, that's not the score I'm giving. I'm talking about where my baseline is, where I start adding and deducting
Right,
points.
right,
Because
right.
there's like, I adore X1, but like I put a ton of time into that game as a kid, and I put very little time into this as a kid. That's what I told you. I know I beat 3 Robot Masters. I think that's as far as I got. So this was a new, which is also funny because like I got the X Legacy Collection or the Mega Man X collection on the GameCube back in the day, but I was mostly just playing X1 because I wanted a way to do that, on the modern controls.
Yep.
And then I've got the Legacy collection on the PlayStation 4, and then I got it on Steam. Like I've had a way to play this game for years and just haven't,
Yep.
because I've been content to bang out X1 that I'm good at or decent at, and you know
Oh, good
this
stuff.
this was humbling at times. Like I have to tell you, like that part with that one Sigma stage where, because I mean I hadn't figured out that I could jump on the crystal platforms, and I was like, there's no way to get past this. There's literally no way to get over this gap. And I went to YouTube to figure it out, and that's when I found out about the crystal thing. That was humbling. I have my Saiyan pride, okay? I was like, my gamer instincts were harmed by that.
Oh, man.
Where I was violated. And the thing is, I've got an English X2 cart. I don't have the instruction manual. So maybe if I had the instruction manual, I could have known what the ability does,
Yep. The instruction
I don't know
manuals
if
were
that
key
would have
for
made a
these old
difference.
games, man.
It's like, yeah, but yeah, it's got the bones that I like learned and loved in Mega Man X, but like it ratcheted up the difficulty in like ways that I found more annoying than endearing.
See,
You know?
that's what I'm curious about too, though. It's like if you hadn't played Mega Man X1 so much and you played it as much as this game, would you really have found it that much more difficult? Because the difficulty, once you're used to both games, the difficulty isn't that much greater, except for freaking violin.
The
Yeah.
chain guy, the
Yeah.
ball guy.
Yeah.
that guy
That guy
was
is
that guy was
terrible.
awful.
Yeah.
That guy sucks.
Like I said, he's the worst
But,
part
I
of this
mean,
game to me to this day.
like, I don't know, the wall crushing sections, like I said, like 2 and 4, 4 especially, where you just had to be perfect,
Yep.
was really like that put me on full tilt. And
So I'm
then
saying anything insta kill,
and-
right? Anything insta
and
kill.
so like that put me on full tilt. And then was it Sergey, the one who is Wily,
Yeah.
the Wily bot?
Yeah.
You know, that fight with him just being a coward and running away from my shots, so the fight took forever.
Yep.
Again,
You got to
full
use Silk
tilt.
Shot and Sonic Slicer on him.
And I didn't know that because, while I looked up that crystal thing, I was being very stubborn about we're not going to be using Google for the
No,
first
that's fair. It's
playthrough
fair.
to find out where everything is and to find out what all the tricks are. We're gonna we're doing this 90s styles where we're trying to figure it out ourselves.
Yep.
You know.
There's respect to
And
that, definitely.
So like I realized that a lot of my pain is self-inflicted because I wanted to do this the way that I would have
But
done it
see-
if I had been a kid, still. But
This is where I'm going to pause it, play it 2 more times now. So that way now you know where everything is, you know what everything is. Play it again. Because
Play
one
it 2 more times
playthrough,
now,
I
so
played
you'll go
through
crazy
this
2
game-
more times.
I played Wily 1 through 3 twice,
yes.
I don't think a third time is going to make me enjoy that climb.
No,
I don't
I'm
think
not
a
saying
third
it'll make
time's
you
gonna make me
enjoy
enjoy
the
the Sergey
climb, but you
fights.
can experience the game from a more
But-
experienced hand, though.
This is
I would
this, like,
agree
this-
with that.
This is where it's like funny for me is that I was joking earlier about, 2 different ways of playing these games, right? Because there's beating the Robot Masters and calling it done, and then there's beating Sigma and calling it done.
Yep.
And like, honest to goodness, the bulk of my, upset with this game comes in the Sigma stages. So I think if I had just done the 8 Robot Masters and walked away, I probably would have had a really pleasant experience with this, With the Sigma stages, I got to start deducting some points for that nonsense,
That's what I'm saying too.
So-
Yeah.
Like, because even that, like, there was a severe difficulty spike for those, and there should be a increase in difficulty, but like the levels didn't feel like fun to play, especially how much of those levels are just like putting spikes everywhere. It's like just kind of exhausting.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
will say that is the most extreme case of the fake difficulty is the spikes and the 2 and 4 crushers.
Yeah, so
But
it's like there's
I can
just
forgive
a
it
lot of kind of
because that's the only
nonsense
place where it
thrown in.
is.
Yeah. So like for me, like this probably lands. I'm giving this one a 7.5. Like that's where
For
this
first
lands for me.
playthrough, yeah.
It's decent enough. Like and there's a world where maybe I play this again some more in the future. It's not going to be part of my regular rotation, like my comfort games that I go back to.
Nah, that makes sense. But I am honestly curious. If you both give it a week, try it again, go through it again with that experience under your belt now. I'm curious what your thoughts might change on it. Like, I am honestly curious about that.
It's going to take more than a week for me to forget how angry I was at the Wily 3 stage. Okay? Because even just talking about it, the acid went from down here to up here. Like,
I will
funny.
say that watching you play it, it really did make me be like, oh, I can play it like this. Like I played it. Not
And
like
I'm not
that.
good at this game.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, yeah, I mean, you played it the hardest way possible, it sounds like, since you weren't using the energy tanks.
Yeah, there were things that I didn't know. I was just like,
Yep.
what am I missing? What am I missing?
Yeah.
No, for me, I was just
And
saying,
I mean,
would-
considering
I would
this
love
was
to
the
hear
first
your
time-
thoughts on if you went and played X1 after this, because I feel like X1, I enjoy the level design of that.
X1
And-
taught you how
and
to
the
play it better
weapons.
because it
I'd
was
like
the
to try
first of
it.
the
I'll give it a shot.
franchise. Like
The-
X1
the-
X1 is a necessary intro
Yeah.
to this franchise, I feel like. So, like, by the way you talked in Discord about it, I thought you had played through these games before, Will. Like, I thought you had played through it.
Never. Nope.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
Never
only thing
played
I'll
'em.
say when you're playing X1, Chill Penguin is the first level you do because that's where you get the boot upgrade.
Unless you're playing Maverick Hunter X, then it's not.
Yeah, but why are we playing the PSP version, man?
Because I wanted retro achievements.
Because you were going for retro achievements, and did that bring you joy?
Until I got to the Vile stuff. The Vile stuff
Yes.
wasn't fun. But the Mega Man stuff was fun. It was just different. The vile stuff was awful.
Anyways, you play Chill Penguin to get the boot upgrade, and the game is fun.
Noted.
What was it? When I did my 0 upgrade run, I did all the other stages before doing Chill Penguin. And then I got to Chill Penguin, it forces the boot upgrade on you.
Yep.
I unknowingly did the no upgrade run for this game.
Yeah, and that's why you hated it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Play it again the
Yeah,
right
'cause I was
way. And you won't be giving it a 3.
I was gonna say, I'm like, because as far as like how out of the way and insane some of these things, I think the only truly egregious one I would say in Mega Man X is the Spark Mandrill jump, where you need the helmet.
What is that?
Isn't that on Flame
Sorry,
Mammoth?
Flame Mammoth. Sorry, I said Spark Mandrill. That's wrong. Flame Mammoth. You're right. Flame Mammoth. But
Yeah.
you know the exact jump I'm talking about.
Yes, to get the Buster upgrade. But even then,
Yeah,
you don't have
but-
to do that to get the Buster upgrade. That's just if you want it early.
But that jump is the only way I know to get it.
You steal it from 0 when he dies.
Why would I wait that long in the game to get it? Anyways, all these years, I did not know that you got that. I thought you literally had to go get it in that stage.
No, you get it from 0 when he dies if you don't have it, because it's the only way you could damage Sigma if you don't have any special weapons left.
Nice. Cool.
So they give it to you.
Anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm giving this one a 7.5 out of 5. The Sigma stages are just too unfun.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
shorten those, cut them.
We're gonna go IGN.
something.
It's like too much water, too much spike.
Yeah. A lot of spikes.
No, good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you guys for joining me for discussion number 47 here. Again, we'll be back next month for our 4-year anniversary Game of the Month podcast with Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Really looking forward to replaying that one. I've been wanting to replay it for years. I started a retro achievement run of it like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I don't remember, and stopped. So I'm looking to finally getting a playthrough done on this game.
That'll be fun. That'll be a good one.
Yep.
When I give it a 3.5.
3.5, too many likes.
Too many likes in the fired temple.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this interesting format we went with it this time. I like this game, so I felt like playing through it again, because why not? So, again, we'll see you back next month. Have a great month, everybody. Join us again soon. Later, all.
Bye-bye.